Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, a name synonymous with exploration and discovery, was born in Switzerland in 1784. He grew up in a privileged family, receiving a classical education that ignited a passion for history and languages. Burckhardt's thirst for knowledge extended beyond the confines of Europe. He yearned to explore the distant lands of the Orient, captivated by their ancient civilizations and rich cultures. Little did he know that his name would be etched in history as a pioneer of exploration, forever linked to the rediscovery of some of the world's most awe-inspiring archaeological treasures. Burckhardt's early years were marked by a deep fascination with the world beyond his Swiss homeland. He devoured tales of adventure and exploration, his imagination ignited by the accounts of early travelers. His academic pursuits reflected this thirst for knowledge, excelling in his studies of history, geography, and languages. These disciplines provided him with a strong foundation, equipping him with the tools necessary to navigate the complexities of the Orient. With each passing year, his desire to experience these distant lands firsthand grew stronger, setting the stage for an extraordinary life of exploration and discovery. Burckhardt's family, while supportive of his academic pursuits, held reservations about his ambitions to travel to the east. The region was perceived as dangerous and unpredictable, fraught with risks that worried his loved ones. However, Burckhardt's determination remained unwavering. He understood the challenges that lay ahead but was undeterred. His resolve to explore the Orient, to immerse himself in its cultures and uncover its secrets, fueled his determination to overcome any obstacle in his path. This unwavering spirit would serve him well in the years to come, guiding him through the triumphs and tribulations of his extraordinary journeys. Determined to realize his dreams, Burckhardt embarked on a period of rigorous preparation. He journeyed to London in 1806, immersing himself in the city's intellectual circles. He honed his Arabic language skills at Cambridge, recognizing the importance of mastering local dialects to navigate the complexities of communication in the East. This linguistic dedication was not merely academic, it was a testament to Burckhardt's respect for the cultures he sought to engage with. His studies went beyond language acquisition, encompassing a deep dive into the history, customs, and religious practices of the Arab world. He delved into the accounts of previous explorers, scrutinizing their successes and failures, gleaning valuable insights from their experiences. Burckhardt recognized that knowledge, particularly cultural sensitivity, would be his greatest asset in navigating the challenges of the Orient. His preparations were meticulous, reflecting a blend of academic rigor and practical wisdom, shaping him into an explorer uniquely equipped for the journey ahead. In 1809, under the auspices of the African Association, a London-based organization dedicated to exploring the African continent, Burckhardt embarked on his journey to Cairo. This marked the beginning of his transformation from a scholar into an explorer, stepping out of the libraries and lecture halls and into the heart of the unknown. The voyage to Cairo was arduous, fraught with the challenges of sea travel during that era. Yet, Burckhardt faced each obstacle with unwavering determination, his spirit buoyed by the knowledge that he was one step closer to realizing his lifelong dream. His arrival in Cairo marked the beginning of his immersive experience in the Arab world. He dedicated himself to perfecting his Arabic, adopting local customs, and immersing himself in the rhythms of life along the Nile. He understood that to truly connect with the people and places he aimed to explore, he needed to blend in, to shed the persona of a European outsider and embrace the guise of a traveler who respected and appreciated the nuances of their culture. This commitment to cultural immersion would prove invaluable in the years to come, enabling him to gain access to places and people that had remained hidden from the outside world. Donning the persona of Sheikh Ibrahim ibn Abdallah, a guise meticulously crafted to blend into local communities, Burckhardt embarked on his exploration of the Ottoman Empire's southern regions. This strategic adoption of a local identity was essential for his safety and success. It allowed him to navigate sensitive religious and cultural landscapes, facilitating interactions with local populations who might have been wary of a European traveller. His disguise was more than just a change of clothes. It was an embodiment of his commitment to respectful exploration. In 1812, while journeying through the rugged landscapes of present-day Jordan, Burckhardt encountered Bedouin tribesmen who spoke of a hidden city carved into the sandstone cliffs. Intrigued by their descriptions, he persuaded them to guide him to this mysterious place, unaware that he was about to rediscover one of antiquity's most spectacular lost cities, Petra. The journey was fraught with challenges, navigating treacherous terrain and negotiating with wary locals. Yet Burckhardt's perseverance, fueled by a thirst for discovery, led him to the very heart of this hidden wonder. As he stood before the treasury, Petra's most iconic monument, carved with astonishing detail into the sheer rock face, Burckhardt was awestruck. He meticulously documented the ruins, sketching detailed drawings and recording intricate measurements. He recognized the historical significance of his discovery, understanding that he was rediscovering a lost civilization, a testament to the ingenuity and artistry of the Nabatean people. His meticulous documentation, carried out under the guise of a simple traveler, would prove crucial in reintroducing Petra to the world. Despite his awe at the grandeur of Petra, Burckhardt remained committed to his assumed identity. He knew that revealing his true purpose could jeopardize his safety and limit his access to other hidden treasures. He feigned disinterest, downplaying the significance of the ruins to avoid arousing suspicion. This act of calculated indifference, a testament to his adaptability and quick thinking, allowed him to complete his exploration of Petra and continue his journey, carrying with him the knowledge of a rediscovered wonder that would captivate the world's imagination. Burckhardt's journey continued southward, leading him to Egypt, a land steeped in ancient history. He immersed himself in the study of hieroglyphics, recognizing the importance of deciphering these ancient scripts to unlock the secrets of Egypt's past. His linguistic talents, honed through years of dedicated study, proved invaluable as he grappled with the complexities of this ancient writing system. His efforts, while preliminary, contributed to the growing field of Egyptology, laying the groundwork for future scholars who would ultimately crack the code of hieroglyphics. In 1813, while travelling along the Nile, Burckhardt's attention was drawn to tales of colossal statues buried in the sand near the village of Abu Simbel. Intrigued, he ventured into the desert, guided by local stories and rumours. His perseverance was rewarded when he stumbled upon the awe-inspiring temple complex of Abu Simbel, half buried by the shifting sands of time. The sight of these colossal statues, carved with such grandeur and scale, left him speechless. He recognized the historical significance of his discovery, understanding that he was standing before a monument of unparalleled grandeur, a testament to the power and ambition of Pharaoh Rameses II. He meticulously documented the site, his detailed descriptions and sketches capturing the magnificence of the temple complex. Burckhardt's discovery at Abu Simbel, alongside his rediscovery of Petra, cemented his legacy as a pioneer of archaeology, a man who brought to light some of the ancient world's most spectacular treasures. Despite the challenges he faced, the scorching heat, the unforgiving terrain, and the constant need to maintain his assumed identity, Burckhardt's spirit never wavered. He pressed on, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a profound respect for the cultures he encountered. His journey through Egypt was more than just a geographical exploration. It was a testament to the power of human curiosity. A journey that revealed the enduring allure of ancient civilizations and the thrill of uncovering their hidden wonders. Herodotus possessed a keen eye for observation and a passion for collecting stories. He sought out learned men and women, engaging them in lively discussions. He listened intently to tales whispered in marketplaces and songs sung in royal courts. He believed in the power of first-hand experience, venturing into remote regions to witness life in all its diversity. Herodotus understood that to truly comprehend the world, one had to explore its every corner. Egypt, with its ancient pyramids that have stood the test of time, towering majestically over the desert landscape, and enigmatic hieroglyphs that tell stories of gods, kings, and everyday life, held a particular allure for Herodotus. It was a land steeped in history, its origins lost to the mists of time, where every stone and ruin whispered secrets of a bygone era. Herodotus was captivated by the grandeur of its monuments, the towering statues that seemed to touch the sky, and the complexity of its civilization, a society that thrived with bustling marketplaces and intricate social structures. Herodotus immersed himself in Egyptian culture, engaging with priests, scribes, and ordinary people, learning from their daily lives and traditions. He learned about their religious beliefs, their social customs, and their understanding of the cosmos, which was deeply intertwined with their daily existence. He was fascinated by their stories of gods and pharaohs, tales of divine rulers and mythical beings, of creation and the afterlife, where elaborate burial practices ensured a journey to the next world. He recognized that Egypt offered a unique perspective on the human experience, a civilization that had mastered the art of living in harmony with the natural and supernatural worlds. Herodotus was a pioneer in the field of history, often referred to as the father of history, due to his groundbreaking work in documenting the past. However, his methods differed greatly from the rigorous standards of modern scholarship. Unlike today's historians, who rely on a combination of primary sources, archaeological evidence, and peer-reviewed research, Herodotus had to navigate a world where written records were scarce and often unreliable. He relied heavily on oral accounts, gathering stories from a wide range of sources. These included local storytellers, travelers, and merchants, each with their own version of events. Herodotus understood that history was often passed down through generations, shaped by the memories and perspectives of those who recounted it. This oral tradition was a double-edged sword. While it preserved the essence of events, it also allowed for embellishments and alterations over time. The stories he collected were like pieces of a puzzle, each one offering a glimpse into the past, but none providing a complete picture. The hieroglyphics and inscriptions he encountered were invaluable, yet they too were subject to interpretation. Herodotus recognized the subjective nature of his sources, but believed that by collecting multiple perspectives, he could approach a semblance of truth. He was aware that each account was colored by the teller's own experiences and biases. While Herodotus valued first-hand observation, he also relied on the interpretations of local guides and experts. These individuals provided him with insights that he could not have gained on his own. He understood that these guides and experts had spent their lives immersed in the culture and history of their land, making their knowledge indispensable. He consulted with Egyptian priests who possessed a deep knowledge of their history and religion. These priests were the keepers of sacred texts and oral traditions, offering Herodotus a wealth of information. He sought out Greek merchants and travelers who had spent years in Egypt, absorbing its culture. These individuals provided a unique perspective, bridging the gap between Greek and Egyptian worlds. He recognized that to fully understand a place, one had to rely on the knowledge of those who knew it best. This meant listening to the voices of the people who lived there, who had experienced its history firsthand. Herodotus's approach to history was not without its flaws. His reliance on oral accounts and second-hand information sometimes led him astray. He sometimes struggled to differentiate between fact and legend, accepting fantastical stories at face value. These tales, while captivating, often blurred the line between history and myth. He acknowledged the limitations of his own knowledge, often presenting conflicting accounts side by side. This approach allowed readers to see the diversity of perspectives, but also highlighted the uncertainties inherent in his work. However, his willingness to embrace uncertainty and to present multiple perspectives distinguished him as a historian. He was not afraid to admit when he did not know the full story, and he left room for future scholars to build upon his work. He understood that history was not simply a collection of facts, but a complex tapestry woven from memory, interpretation, and imagination. This holistic approach allowed him to capture the richness and complexity of human experience, making his work timeless and invaluable. Egypt, in the eyes of Herodotus, was a land of wonders, both familiar and strange. As he journeyed through this ancient civilization, he was struck by the unique blend of natural beauty and human ingenuity that defined the landscape. He marveled at the Nile's annual floods, which brought life to the arid land. These floods were not just a natural phenomenon, but a lifeline for the people, ensuring the fertility of the soil and the prosperity of the nation. He described the Egyptians' ingenious irrigation systems, which transformed the desert into fertile fields. These systems were a testament to their advanced engineering skills and their ability to adapt to their environment. He observed their agricultural practices, noting their cultivation of wheat, barley, and flax. These crops were not only staples of their diet, but also essential for their economy, providing materials for trade and daily life. Herodotus was impressed by the Egyptians' ability to harness the power of nature to sustain their civilization. Their agricultural techniques were sustainable and efficient, allowing them to thrive in a challenging environment. Herodotus was equally fascinated by the Egyptians' cultural practices. He witnessed their vibrant festivals, intricate rituals, and the daily routines that reflected their deep-seated beliefs and values. He described their reverence for the Nile, which they believed was the source of all life. The river was central to their religion and mythology, and they held numerous ceremonies to honor its vital role in their existence. He observed their elaborate burial rituals, including the mummification of their dead and the construction of elaborate tombs. These practices were deeply rooted in their belief in the afterlife and the importance of preserving the body for the journey beyond. He noted their fascination with astronomy, their development of a calendar based on the solar year, and their construction of massive pyramids aligned with the stars. These achievements demonstrated their advanced understanding of the cosmos and their desire to connect with the divine. Herodotus recognized the Egyptians' deep connection to their environment and their reverence for the natural world. This connection was evident in their art, architecture, and daily practices, all of which reflected a profound respect for the forces of nature. He observed their respect for animals, particularly cats, which they considered sacred. Cats were not only pets, but also symbols of protection and grace, often depicted in their art and associated with the goddess Bastet. He noted their belief in the afterlife and their elaborate preparations for the journey into the underworld. These preparations included not only mummification, but also the provision of goods, amulets, and inscriptions to guide and protect the deceased in the afterlife. Herodotus understood that the Egyptians' worldview was fundamentally different from that of the Greeks, shaped by their unique environment and their ancient traditions. This difference was reflected in their art, religion, and social structures, offering a rich tapestry of cultural diversity that fascinated and inspired him. Thebes, the heart of ancient Egypt. Nestled on the banks of the Nile, Thebes was more than just a city. It was the beating heart of a civilization, showcasing human ambition, faith, and artistry. Join us as we uncover the rich history and significance of this ancient city, exploring its grand temples, its royal tombs, and its pivotal role in shaping the story of ancient Egypt. Thebes, even in its ruined state, whispers of a time when it was the religious epicenter of ancient Egypt, particularly during the powerful New Kingdom. Imagine a city alive with the sound of priestly chants, the air thick with the scent of incense burning in honor of Amun-Ra, the king of the gods. Here, within the colossal Karnak temple complex, the Egyptians paid homage to their deities in ceremonies of unparalleled grandeur. The temple, a sprawling testament to their faith, grew over centuries, each pharaoh adding his own mark to this sacred landscape. Luxor Temple, bathed in the golden glow of the setting sun, was a place for ordinary Egyptians to connect with the divine. Together, these two temples formed the spiritual heart of Thebes, a place where the earthly and the divine intertwined. The ancient Egyptians believed in a life after death, a belief reflected in the grandeur of their tombs. Just across the Nile, on the west bank, lies the Theban necropolis, a city of the dead as magnificent as the city of the living. Here, in the Valley of the Kings and the Valley of the Queens, pharaohs and their consorts were laid to rest, surrounded by treasures they believed would accompany them into the afterlife. The tomb of Tutankhamun, a relatively minor pharaoh, yielded a treasure trove of artifacts that captivated the world's imagination. But perhaps even more impressive are the elaborate tombs of rulers like Seti I and Ramses VI, their walls adorned with vibrant scenes from the Book of the Dead. Dotting the landscape are the mortuary temples, grand structures built not for the dead but for their memory. These temples, along with the royal tombs, stand as silent sentinels, guarding the secrets of Egypt's past. For centuries, Thebes was more than just a religious centre. It was the vibrant heart of a nation, the capital of a mighty empire. Imagine the bustling streets of Thebes during its zenith, a time when it was known as the City of 100 Gates. Thebes' rise to prominence began during the Middle Kingdom, when Mentuhotep II reunited the two lands after a period of division. He moved the capital to Thebes, laying the foundation for its future glory. But it was during the New Kingdom that Thebes truly flourished, reaching the pinnacle of its power and influence. Under the rule of powerful pharaohs like Thutmose III and Amenhotep III, Thebes became a metropolis, a hub of international trade and a centre of art and culture. The city's wealth was evident in its grand temples, its opulent palaces, and the luxurious lifestyle of its elite. Yet, even after losing its political dominance, Thebes remained a city of immense religious and cultural significance, a testament to its glorious past. Few sights on earth can compare to the awe-inspiring grandeur of the Karnak temple complex. Imagine standing before this colossal structure, its towering pylons reaching towards the heavens, a symbol of human devotion and architectural genius. Karnak was not simply a temple. It was a city within a city, a complex of temples, chapels and monuments dedicated to the Theban triad Amun-Ra, Mut and Khonsu. The hypostyle hall, with its forest of massive columns, is perhaps the most iconic image of Karnak. The construction of Karnak spanned over 2 millennia, with each successive pharaoh feeling compelled to leave his mark on this sacred complex. From the massive pylons and obelisks to the intricate reliefs and inscriptions that adorn its walls, Karnak stands as a testament to the ambition, ingenuity, and deep religious fervour of the ancient Egyptians. The story of Thebes is not just one of religious devotion and architectural grandeur, it is also a story of conflict and resilience. Thebes found itself at the heart of several pivotal moments in Egyptian history, times when the very existence of the kingdom was threatened. One such period was the Second Intermediate Period, a time of turmoil and division when Egypt fell under the rule of the Hyksos, a foreign power from the Levant. The Hyksos, with their superior weaponry and military tactics, conquered much of Lower Egypt, pushing the native Egyptian rulers south. Thebes, however, refused to submit. Theban rulers, seeing themselves as the true heirs to the pharaonic legacy, waged a long and bloody war against the Hyksos, a conflict that would determine the fate of Egypt. Finally, under the leadership of Ahmose I, the founder of the 18th dynasty, the Egyptians triumphed. Ahmose I, a Theban prince, drove the Hyksos out of Egypt, reuniting the two lands and ushering in a new era of Egyptian power and prosperity. Thebes, at its zenith, was more than just a political and religious capital. It was the cultural heart of ancient Egypt, a city alive with creativity and artistic innovation. Imagine the workshops of Thebes, filled with skilled artisans, sculptors, painters, weavers. their hands bringing life to stone, wood and fabric, transforming them into works of breathtaking beauty. The tombs and temples of the Theban necropolis offer a glimpse into this vibrant artistic tradition. The walls of these structures are adorned with intricate murals and carvings, each one a masterpiece that speaks volumes about the artistic skill and the religious beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. Theban artists and craftsmen were renowned throughout the ancient world for their skill. Thebes became a center for the production of luxury goods, from exquisite jewelry and finely crafted furniture to colorful textiles and beautifully painted pottery. Thebes' rise to prominence was fueled, in part, by its strategic location. Situated on the banks of the Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, Thebes controlled the agricultural wealth of the surrounding region. Thebes' location also made it a natural hub for trade. Caravans laden with exotic goods from Nubia to the south and Punt to the east converged on Thebes, bringing with them gold, ivory, ebony, incense and other treasures. The wealth generated by this trade enriched the city, filling the coffers of the pharaohs and enabling them to embark on ambitious building projects and military campaigns. The opulence of Thebes was evident in its grand temples and monuments, its luxurious palaces and the lavish lifestyle of its elite. Even the mightiest of empires are not immune to the tides of time. Thebes, for centuries the heart of a civilization, eventually experienced a slow decline, its power and influence waning as new powers rose to prominence in the ancient world. The first blow came in 663 BCE, when the Assyrian king Ashurbanipal sacked Thebes. The Assyrians, a ruthless and efficient military force, had conquered much of the Near East, and Egypt, weakened by internal strife and economic decline, was unable to withstand their onslaught. The sack of Thebes by the Assyrians was a traumatic event for the Egyptians. The city, once considered invincible, was plundered and burned, its temples desecrated, its treasures carried off to Assyria as spoils of war. Thebes never fully recovered from the Assyrian sack. Centuries later, under Roman rule, Thebes was again sacked, this time after a revolt against Roman authority. Thebes may lie in ruins, its grand temples and palaces reduced to rubble, but its story continues to resonate across the millennia. The remains of this once great city, spread across the modern-day city of Luxor, are now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to their enduring historical, architectural and cultural significance. The Karnak and Luxor temple complexes, the Valley of the Kings, the Valley of the Queens, and the numerous other tombs, temples and monuments scattered across the Theban necropolis offer an unparalleled glimpse into the world of ancient Egypt. Today, Thebes is one of Egypt's most popular tourist destinations, attracting visitors from all corners of the globe. Thebes was more than just a physical city. It was a powerful symbol woven deeply into the fabric of Egyptian mythology and religious belief. The Egyptians believed that Thebes was the earthly counterpart of the primordial mound that emerged from the waters of chaos at the beginning of creation. It was here, in the heart of Thebes, that the god Amun-Ra, the king of the gods, was said to have first emerged, bringing light and order to the world. Thebes' association with Amun-Ra elevated it to a position of supreme religious significance. The Opet festival, one of the most important events in the Egyptian religious calendar, was celebrated annually in Thebes. Thebes, in the eyes of the ancient Egyptians, was a sacred city, a place where the boundaries between the earthly and the divine were blurred. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the ancient city of Thebes. From its grand temples that scraped the sky to the whispers of pharaohs in the Valley of the Kings, Thebes stands as a testament to human ambition, ingenuity, and the enduring power of belief. Ancient Egypt, a land of majestic pyramids and colossal temples, a civilization shrouded in mystery and wonder. For centuries, the secrets of the ancient Egyptians lay dormant, locked away in their intricate scripts. Like whispers from the past, these scripts tantalized explorers and scholars alike. They held the key to understanding a civilization that had vanished millennia ago. The sands of time had buried the stories, beliefs and knowledge of the ancient Egyptians, but the discovery of these scripts sparked a quest for knowledge. It was a quest to decipher the symbols and unlock the secrets of this ancient world. The journey promised to be both challenging and rewarding. The allure of ancient Egypt lies not only in its monumental architecture, it also lies in the intricate system of writing that adorned its walls. These inscriptions, a complex tapestry of symbols and figures, were not mere decorations. They were a sophisticated system of communication, a system that evolved over centuries, reflecting the changing needs of the Egyptian civilization. The study of ancient Egyptian scripts has illuminated our understanding of this remarkable civilization. It has brought us closer to the lives of the pharaohs, priests, and ordinary people who lived along the banks of the Nile. Their stories, once lost to time, are now being pieced together. At the heart of ancient Egyptian writing lay three principal scripts: hieroglyphs, hieratic and demotic. Each script served a distinct purpose, reflecting the diverse needs of Egyptian society. Understanding these scripts is crucial to unlocking the mysteries of ancient Egyptian civilization. Hieroglyphs, meaning sacred carvings, were the most formal and elaborate script. These intricate symbols, often resembling animals, plants, or everyday objects, represented words, sounds, or concepts. Hieroglyphs adorned the walls of temples and tombs. They served as a visual testament to the power of the pharaohs and the glory of the gods. For everyday use, the Egyptians developed a cursive script known as hieratic. Hieratic, meaning priestly, was a simplified and more fluid form of hieroglyphs. It was used by scribes for administrative documents, letters, and literary texts. Hieratic played a vital role in the day-to-day functioning of the Egyptian state. As time progressed, a new script emerged called demotic. Demotic, meaning popular, was even more cursive and abstract than hieratic. It became the dominant script during the late period of ancient Egypt. Demotic appeared on contracts, legal documents, and even on pieces of pottery. It offered a glimpse into the lives of ordinary Egyptians. The act of writing in ancient Egypt was a sacred and skilled craft. Scribes, highly respected members of society, were entrusted with the task of preserving knowledge and recording history. They approached their work with meticulous care, using a variety of materials and tools. Papyrus, a paper-like material made from the papyrus plant, was the primary writing surface. The Egyptians developed a complex process for harvesting, processing, and assembling papyrus sheets into scrolls. These scrolls could be of varying lengths. Some were short, others stretched for meters, containing vast amounts of information. The scribe's toolkit consisted of a palette, 2 reed brushes, and a pot of water. The palette, usually made of wood or stone, held 2 depressions for black and red ink. Black ink, made from soot or charcoal mixed with gum, was used for the main body of the text. Red ink, derived from ochre or red lead, was used for headings, highlights, and special symbols. Writing on papyrus required a steady hand and a keen eye for detail. Scribes used the 2 reed brushes with varying thicknesses to create different stroke widths. The brushes were dipped in water and then into the ink, carefully controlling the flow of ink onto the papyrus. For centuries, the secrets of ancient Egyptian scripts remained hidden. Scholars could only marvel at the beauty of the hieroglyphs without understanding their meaning. Then in 1799, a discovery revolutionized the study of ancient Egypt: the Rosetta Stone. The Rosetta Stone, a large slab of black granite, was unearthed by French soldiers in the Egyptian port city of Rosetta. It contained the same text inscribed in 3 different scripts: hieroglyphs, demotic, and ancient Greek. This trilingual inscription proved to be the key to deciphering the ancient Egyptian language. The discovery of the Rosetta Stone ignited a wave of excitement among scholars worldwide. Here, at last, was a tool that could unlock the secrets of the hieroglyphs. The ancient Greek inscription, a language well known to scholars, provided a translation of the Egyptian texts. The process of deciphering the hieroglyphs was long and arduous. Scholars painstakingly compared the three scripts, looking for patterns and correspondences. They realized that certain hieroglyphs enclosed in ovals, known as cartouches, represented the names of pharaohs. This breakthrough paved the way for further discoveries. The Egyptian language, like all languages, was not static. It evolved over millennia, adapting to changing social and cultural influences. Understanding this linguistic evolution is crucial to grasping the nuances of ancient Egyptian texts. The earliest known stage of the Egyptian language is Old Egyptian, spoken from the early dynastic period to the end of the Old Kingdom. Old Egyptian laid the foundation for later stages of the language. It is characterized by its complex grammar and distinctive vocabulary. As time progressed, Old Egyptian gave way to Middle Egyptian, spoken during the Middle Kingdom and Second Intermediate period. Middle Egyptian exhibited some grammatical simplifications compared to its predecessor. It became the language of classical literature and religious texts. During the New Kingdom, Late Egyptian emerged as the dominant language. Late Egyptian witnessed further grammatical changes and saw the introduction of new words. It was the language of administration, diplomacy, and everyday life. The final stage of the Egyptian language was Coptic, which emerged in the Roman period. Coptic, written using the Greek alphabet, incorporated elements of Greek vocabulary. It was primarily used by the Coptic Christian community and eventually faded out as Arabic became the dominant language of Egypt. In the hierarchy of ancient Egyptian society, scribes held a position of great respect and influence. They were the guardians of knowledge, responsible for preserving and transmitting information across generations. Their skills were essential to the functioning of the Egyptian state. Becoming a scribe was a long and arduous process. Boys from elite families began their training at a young age. They spent years memorizing hieroglyphs, mastering grammar and learning the intricacies of Egyptian literature. Scribal schools were demanding environments. Discipline was strict. Students who excelled were rewarded with prestigious positions in the royal court or temples. The role of scribes extended far beyond simply writing. They served as administrators, accountants, priests, and even architects. Their knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and engineering was crucial for building temples, surveying land, and managing complex irrigation systems. Scribes were not merely copyists. They were also creative thinkers and storytellers. They composed hymns to the gods, love poems, and tales of adventure. Their works provide invaluable insights into the beliefs, values, and daily lives of the ancient Egyptians. The legacy of ancient Egyptian scripts is profound and enduring. The deciphering of hieroglyphs and the study of the Egyptian language have revolutionized our understanding of this ancient civilization. We can now read the words of pharaohs, explore the beliefs of priests, and delve into the lives of ordinary people. The inscriptions on temple walls and tomb paintings are no longer silent witnesses to a bygone era. They speak to us across millennia, revealing the hopes, dreams, and fears of a civilization that flourished along the banks of the Nile. We can now appreciate the artistry of their writing, the complexity of their language, and the depth of their knowledge. The study of ancient Egyptian scripts is an ongoing endeavor. New discoveries are constantly being made, shedding further light on this fascinating civilization. Each inscription deciphered, each text translated, brings us one step closer to unraveling the mysteries of ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt, a land of towering pyramids, enigmatic pharaohs, and a rich tapestry of gods and goddesses. This ancient civilization, with its grand monuments and intricate mythology, has fascinated historians and enthusiasts alike for centuries. It is here, on the fertile banks of the Nile, that our story begins. The river, a lifeline for the people, provided the sustenance needed for agriculture and the flourishing of civilization. Legend tells of a time when the god Seth, consumed by jealousy, murdered his brother Osiris. This act of betrayal set off a chain of events that would forever change the course of Egyptian mythology. Osiris's son Horus sought to avenge his father and reclaim his rightful place as ruler. Horus, the falcon-headed god, was determined to restore balance and justice to the land. In a fierce battle with Seth, Horus lost an eye. This battle was not just a physical confrontation, but a cosmic struggle between order and chaos. From this lost eye, a single tear fell to the earth. This tear, filled with divine power and sorrow, held the essence of Horus's sacrifice and determination. This tear, imbued with the divine essence of Horus, sprouted into the first grapevine. The vine, nurtured by the gods, grew strong and bore fruit that would become a sacred elixir. Thus, wine was born, a gift from the gods to mortals. This divine beverage was believed to carry the blessings and power of the gods themselves. This captivating myth highlights the profound significance of wine in ancient Egyptian culture. It was revered not just for its taste, but for its spiritual and symbolic meanings. It was more than just a beverage. It was a symbol of life, death, and resurrection. Wine played a crucial role in rituals and ceremonies, symbolizing the eternal cycle of life and the afterlife. Wine was intricately woven into the fabric of Egyptian society, playing a pivotal role in their religious ceremonies, economic activities, and daily lives. From the grand feasts of the pharaohs to the humble gatherings of common folk, wine was a cherished part of their existence, a tribute to the enduring legacy of this ancient civilization. The cultivation of vineyards and the production of wine were sophisticated processes reflecting the ingenuity and dedication of the ancient Egyptians. They developed advanced techniques for growing grapes and fermenting wine, ensuring a steady supply of this precious liquid. Wine also played a significant role in the economy of ancient Egypt. It was traded extensively, both within the kingdom and with neighboring regions. This trade not only brought wealth but also facilitated cultural exchanges, spreading the influence of Egyptian wine far and wide. In religious rituals, wine was offered to the gods as a symbol of devotion and reverence. It was believed that the gods themselves partook in these offerings, further sanctifying the bond between the divine and the mortal realms. Festivals and celebrations often featured wine prominently, as it was a symbol of joy and abundance. These gatherings were occasions for the community to come together, share in the bounty of the land, and honor the gods who blessed them with this divine gift. The legacy of wine in ancient Egypt is preserved in their art and artifacts. From intricate depictions on tomb walls to the discovery of ancient wine jars, these remnants offer a glimpse into the cultural and spiritual significance of wine in this remarkable civilization. Today, the echoes of this ancient tradition can still be felt. The vineyards of modern-day Egypt stand as a tribute to the enduring legacy of their ancestors, who first cultivated the divine grapevine and crafted the sacred elixir that would become a symbol of life, death, and rebirth. Archaeological evidence suggests that winemaking in Egypt dates back to 3150 BCE. This ancient practice has been uncovered through the discovery of pottery shards and remnants of wine jars, providing a glimpse into the sophisticated techniques used by the Egyptians. This places it among the earliest known centers of viticulture in the world. The fertile lands along the Nile provided ideal conditions for grape cultivation, making Egypt a prominent player in the early history of winemaking. The ancient Egyptians were skilled vintners, cultivating vineyards along the Nile Delta and producing a variety of wines. These vineyards were meticulously maintained, with workers tending to the vines and ensuring a bountiful harvest each season. The importance of wine is evident in numerous historical texts and tomb paintings. These artworks and writings not only highlight the cultural significance of wine, but also provide detailed accounts of its production and consumption. Wine is frequently mentioned in hieroglyphic inscriptions, often alongside offerings to the gods. These inscriptions reveal that wine was considered a sacred beverage used in religious ceremonies and rituals to honor the deities. Elaborate scenes depict the entire winemaking process from harvesting grapes to pressing and fermentation. These depictions show the labor-intensive methods employed by the Egyptians, highlighting their dedication to producing high-quality wine. Wine was enjoyed by people from all walks of life, from the pharaoh to the peasant. It was a symbol of social status and celebration, often consumed during feasts and special occasions. It was a staple of the Egyptian diet, consumed daily with meals. Wine accompanied a variety of dishes, enhancing the flavors and making everyday dining a more enjoyable experience. Wine was also an important trade commodity, exported to neighboring lands. The trade of wine helped to establish and strengthen Egypt's connections with other cultures and civilizations, and contributing to Egypt's economic prosperity. The wine trade played a crucial role in the economic development of ancient Egypt, providing wealth and resources that supported the growth of the civilization. The Egyptians also developed advanced methods for storing and preserving wine. Large wine cellars and storage jars were used to keep the wine fresh, ensuring that it could be enjoyed throughout the year. Wine was central to many festivals and celebrations, often used in religious ceremonies to honor the gods. These events were marked by elaborate feasts and communal gatherings where wine flowed freely. The vessels used to store and serve wine were often beautifully decorated, reflecting the importance of wine in Egyptian society. These ornate containers were crafted with great care and skill, showcasing the artistry of the ancient Egyptians. Some wine jars even featured labels and inscriptions indicating the type of wine and its origin. These markings provide valuable insights into the varieties of wine produced and the regions where they were made. The Egyptians were also connoisseurs of wine, with a keen appreciation for its quality and flavor. While wine flowed freely in ancient Egypt, another liquid held equal, if not greater, importance: oil. Just as the Nile nourished their vineyards, it also provided the raw materials for a diverse range of oils, each with unique properties and applications. These oils were not mere cooking ingredients. They were the lifeblood of ancient Egyptian society. They illuminated their homes, adorned their bodies, and played a central role in their religious ceremonies. From the humblest peasant to the mighty pharaoh, life in ancient Egypt was intricately intertwined with the versatile gifts of oil. The production of oil was a meticulous process involving the careful selection and pressing of various plants and seeds. Oils were stored in beautifully crafted jars and amphoras, and they were traded extensively, both within Egypt and with neighboring regions. In daily life, oils were used for cooking, medicinal purposes, and even in beauty rituals, highlighting their multifaceted importance. Temples and religious sites often received offerings of oil, symbolizing purity and devotion, as depicted in numerous hieroglyphs and artworks. During festivals and celebrations, oil lamps would light up the night, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere that brought communities together. Truly, the story of ancient Egypt cannot be told without acknowledging the profound impact of oil on every aspect of their civilization. The ancient Egyptians were masters of extracting oils from a variety of sources. They developed sophisticated techniques to ensure the highest quality of oil. While olives were not native to Egypt, they cultivated other oil-rich plants along the Nile Valley. The fertile soil and abundant water supply made it an ideal location for growing these plants. Flax, sesame, castor beans, and moringa seeds were all prized for their oil content. Each plant had its own unique properties and uses, making them valuable commodities in ancient Egyptian society. These oils had a multitude of uses, reflecting the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the ancient Egyptians. They were stored in specially designed containers to preserve their quality and potency. They served as fuel for lamps, providing light in homes and temples. The soft, steady glow of oil lamps was essential for daily life and religious ceremonies. They were incorporated into cosmetics, perfumes, and ointments, enhancing beauty and promoting hygiene. Oils were mixed with various herbs and flowers to create luxurious and fragrant products. Oils were also indispensable in religious rituals. They were believed to have purifying and protective properties, making them essential for sacred ceremonies. They were used to anoint sacred objects, consecrate temples, and embalm the dead. The process of embalming was intricate and required large quantities of oil to preserve the body for the afterlife. Each type of oil possessed unique properties that dictated its specific uses. These oils were not just commodities, they were integral to the daily lives and spiritual practices of the ancient Egyptians. Castor oil, extracted from castor beans, was highly valued for its medicinal properties. The ancient Egyptians recognized its potent healing abilities and incorporated it into their medical practices. It was used as a laxative, an anti-inflammatory agent, and even as a labor inducer. Castor oil's versatility made it a staple in ancient Egyptian medicine, often prescribed by healers for various ailments. Sesame oil, with its pleasant aroma and long shelf life, was a staple in Egyptian kitchens. It was not only valued for its culinary uses, but also for its nutritional benefits. It was used for cooking, baking, and as a flavor enhancer. The rich, nutty flavor of sesame oil added depth to many traditional dishes, making it a favorite among ancient chefs. Sesame oil was also a key ingredient in perfumes and cosmetics. Its ability to blend well with other ingredients made it ideal for creating luxurious beauty products. Moringa oil, extracted from the seeds of the moringa tree, was prized for its moisturizing and healing properties. The ancient Egyptians used it extensively in their skincare routines. It was used to treat skin conditions, heal wounds, and protect the skin from the harsh desert sun. Moringa oil's protective qualities were essential for maintaining healthy skin in the arid climate. Moringa oil was also used in religious ceremonies, symbolizing purity and renewal. Its sacred status underscored the deep connection between the Egyptians and their natural environment, highlighting the spiritual significance of these ancient oils. The trade of these oils was a significant aspect of the ancient Egyptian economy. Markets were bustling with merchants, trading these precious oils, which were highly sought after both locally and in foreign lands. Oils were transported along the Nile and beyond, reaching distant lands through extensive trade networks. Wine and oil, two seemingly simple liquids, played a profound role in shaping ancient Egyptian culture and society. These liquids were not just for consumption, they were deeply woven into the fabric of daily life and spiritual practices. They were not merely consumables, but integral elements of their religious beliefs, economic activities, and daily lives. The use of wine and oil extended beyond the mundane, reaching into the sacred and the ceremonial. From the tears of Horus to the fertile banks of the Nile, wine and oil flowed through the veins of ancient Egypt, leaving an indelible mark on their history. Today, as we explore the ruins and artifacts of ancient Egypt, we gain a deeper understanding of how wine and oil were more than just commodities. They were symbols of life, sustenance, and divine connection, bridging the past with the present. The story of wine and oil in ancient Egypt is a testament to the civilization's enduring legacy. As the sun sets over the Nile, we are reminded of the timeless nature of these elements and their everlasting impact on history. Ancient Egypt. The name conjures images of towering pyramids, enigmatic pharaohs, and hieroglyphs whispering secrets across millennia. This civilization, nestled along the fertile Nile River, stands as one of the most significant in human history. Its legacy echoes through time, influencing art, architecture, religion, and governance for thousands of years. Emerging around 3000 BC, ancient Egypt blossomed in a period when most of the world was still grappling with rudimentary forms of society. This remarkable civilization, with its sophisticated systems of writing, government, and cosmology, left an indelible mark on the trajectory of human development. From the moment its first dynasty took power to the twilight of its final pharaoh, Ancient Egypt was a beacon of innovation and culture. Its story is a tapestry woven from the threads of ambition, faith, and the relentless pursuit of order in a world often defined by chaos. Before the rise of the pharaohs, Egypt was a land divided. The vast and fertile Nile River Valley was home to numerous small communities and tribes, each with its own customs, beliefs, and ways of life. These communities were spread across the length of the Nile, from the delta in the north to the cataracts in the south. Two prominent kingdoms, Upper and Lower Egypt, emerged as dominant forces in this fragmented landscape. Upper Egypt, located in the southern part of the country, was characterized by its narrow strip of fertile land along the Nile, while Lower Egypt, in the north, encompassed the broad and marshy delta region. Each kingdom had its own ruler, known as a king, and distinct cultural practices that reflected their unique environments and ways of life. The unification of these two lands under a single ruler marked a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. This monumental event not only brought an end to the long-standing rivalry between Upper and Lower Egypt, but also ushered in the era of pharaonic rule. The consolidation of power under one ruler laid the foundation for the rise of a powerful and enduring civilization, characterized by remarkable achievements in art, architecture, and governance. Around 3100 BC, a king named Menes, who hailed from Upper Egypt, embarked on a campaign to conquer Lower Egypt. Through a combination of military prowess and strategic alliances, Menes succeeded in uniting the two lands under his rule. This unification was symbolized by the double crown, which combined the white crown of Upper Egypt and the red crown of Lower Egypt, signifying the unity of the two regions. This momentous event marked the beginning of the early dynastic period and the birth of ancient Egypt as we know it. The unification of Upper and Lower Egypt set the stage for the development of a centralized state, with a strong and stable government that could oversee large-scale projects and manage the resources of the entire Nile Valley. While there is some debate among scholars about the exact identity of Menes, with some suggesting that he may have been a composite figure or that his achievements were attributed to multiple rulers, his achievement in unifying Egypt is undeniable. The legacy of Menes, whether as a single individual or a symbolic representation of early Egyptian kingship, remains a cornerstone of Egyptian history. With the establishment of the First Dynasty, a new era of centralized rule and political stability dawned upon Egypt. The pharaohs of the First Dynasty set the precedent for future rulers, establishing a system of governance that would endure for millennia. This centralized authority allowed for the efficient administration of the kingdom, the collection of taxes, and the organization of labor for monumental building projects. This newfound unity allowed for greater cooperation, resource management, and cultural exchange among the various regions of Egypt. The centralized government facilitated the construction of impressive architectural feats such as the early pyramids and temples, and the development of a sophisticated system of writing and record-keeping. These achievements set the stage for the remarkable accomplishments that would characterize the Old Kingdom period, often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids, when Egypt reached new heights of cultural and technological advancement. The early pharaohs were not merely rulers, they were considered divine beings, intermediaries between the gods and humanity. They were seen as the earthly embodiment of the gods, with a divine right to rule. This belief granted them unparalleled authority and reverence among their subjects. They wielded absolute power, controlling all aspects of Egyptian life, from the construction of monumental tombs and temples to the management of agriculture and trade. The pharaohs oversaw the building of grand structures that would stand the test of time, serving as both tombs and temples to honor the gods and themselves. Their influence extended to the fertile lands along the Nile, where they directed agricultural practices to ensure bountiful harvests. which were crucial for the sustenance of their people and the prosperity of their kingdom. Trade routes were established and maintained under their watchful eyes, bringing in goods and wealth from distant lands. Their reigns were marked by ambitious building projects, military campaigns, and the development of a complex administrative system that would serve as the backbone of Egyptian society for centuries to come. These projects were not just displays of power, but also served practical purposes, such as fortifying the kingdom's defenses and showcasing their divine favor. The military campaigns expanded their territories and brought in resources, while the administrative system ensured that the vast empire was efficiently managed, with a bureaucracy that kept meticulous records and facilitated the smooth running of the state.
One of the most significant figures of this early period was King Djoser, the second pharaoh of the Third Dynasty. His reign marked a period of great innovation and development in ancient Egypt. Djoser is credited with commissioning the construction of the Step Pyramid at Saqqara, the earliest known example of a monumental stone structure in Egypt. This pyramid was a revolutionary architectural feat, setting a precedent for future constructions. It was not just a tomb, but a symbol of the pharaoh's divine power and a testament to the advanced engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians. This innovative pyramid, designed by the architect Imhotep, marked a turning point in Egyptian architecture and funerary practices. Imhotep, who was later deified, introduced the use of stone as a building material, which allowed for more durable and grandiose structures. The Step Pyramid's design influenced the construction of subsequent pyramids and became a model for future generations.
Another prominent ruler of this era was King Sneferu, the founder of the Fourth Dynasty. His reign was characterized by significant architectural and military achievements. Sneferu was a prolific builder, credited with the construction of at least 3 major pyramids. These included the Bent Pyramid and the Red Pyramid, which showcased advancements in engineering and construction techniques. His ambitious building projects not only demonstrated his power, but also laid the groundwork for the construction of the Great Pyramids of Giza by his successors. His reign was also marked by military campaigns into Nubia and Libya, expanding the borders of the Egyptian state and securing valuable resources. These campaigns were crucial for the kingdom's economic stability and growth, as they brought in gold, slaves, and other resources that bolstered the pharaoh's wealth and power. Sneferu's military prowess and strategic acumen ensured that Egypt remained a dominant force in the region, with a legacy that would influence future generations of rulers. The pyramids of Egypt are perhaps the most iconic symbols of this ancient civilization. These monumental structures have fascinated historians, archaeologists, and tourists alike for centuries, standing as silent sentinels of a bygone era. These colossal structures, built as tombs for the pharaohs and their consorts, stand as testaments to the ingenuity, organizational skills, and religious beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. The sheer scale and precision of these pyramids continue to baffle modern engineers and architects, showcasing the advanced understanding of mathematics and astronomy possessed by the ancient builders. The construction of these massive monuments required an immense amount of labor and resources, reflecting the pharaohs' absolute power and their desire to leave an enduring legacy in the sands of time. Thousands of laborers, including skilled artisans, craftsmen and farmers during the off-season, worked tirelessly to ensure the completion of these grand projects. The logistics involved in quarrying, transporting and assembling the massive stone blocks are a testament to the highly organized society of ancient Egypt. The early pyramids were not without their challenges. The process of trial and error played a significant role in the evolution of pyramid construction techniques. Sneferu's first attempt at building a true smooth-sided pyramid, known as the Maidum Pyramid, ended in partial collapse during construction. This failure provided valuable lessons that informed future architectural endeavors. Undeterred, he embarked on the construction of another pyramid, the Bent Pyramid, which, while successfully completed, exhibits a peculiar bent slope, likely due to adjustments made during construction to prevent further instability. This unique structure stands as a testament to the adaptive and innovative spirit of ancient Egyptian architects. Sneferu's final pyramid, the Red Pyramid, was a triumph of engineering and design. This pyramid marked a significant milestone in the evolution of pyramid construction, showcasing a perfected technique that would influence future generations. It was the first successful true pyramid, with smooth sides rising at a consistent angle to a pointed apex. The Red Pyramid's success laid the groundwork for the construction of even more ambitious projects. The Red Pyramid served as a model for the Great Pyramid of Giza, built by Sneferu's son, Khufu, and considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The Great Pyramid, with its precise alignment to the cardinal points and its massive scale, remains one of the most studied and admired structures in human history. It continues to inspire awe and wonder, symbolizing the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt's architectural and cultural achievements. Did you know that Alexandria, once considered the pinnacle of learning and culture, was founded by a man who never lived to see its completion? In the year 331 before the Common Era, Alexander the Great, the ambitious Macedonian king, laid the foundations of what would become one of the greatest cities of the ancient world. And yet the city's early days remain shrouded in mystery. What grand vision did Alexander hold for this city? It was to be more than a mere military outpost to control Egypt. He envisioned a city that would become a melting pot of cultures, a place where the wisdom of the East would blend with the knowledge of the West. Sadly, he would not live to see his dream fulfilled. He died in Babylon, far from the city that bore his name. The city, named after its founder, would soon flourish into a beacon of knowledge and culture, outliving the man who envisioned it. Imagine a city so advanced, it housed the world's largest library and became the epicenter of knowledge and learning. This was Alexandria, the beacon of enlightenment in ancient Egypt, and indeed the world. It was here that the Great Library of Alexandria was established, a marvel not just in architecture but also in its purpose. This wasn't merely a repository of scrolls, but a vibrant hub that attracted the brightest minds from every corner of the known world. Scholars, philosophers, scientists, poets, they all flocked to Alexandria, drawn by the allure of the library and the promise of boundless knowledge. The library was not just about books. It was a melting pot of cultures, ideas, and intellectual discourse. It was here that the world's greatest thinkers of the time, such as Euclid and Archimedes, gathered to share, discuss, and challenge each other's ideas, sparking intellectual revolutions that would shape the course of human thought. The library was not merely a place of learning, but also of cultural exchange. With countless scrolls written in different languages, representing different cultures, it served as a bridge, connecting East and West, North and South. It was this convergence of diverse cultures and ideas that made the Library of Alexandria a true seat of learning. But, as is the case with many great things, the Library of Alexandria was not destined to last. Despite its immeasurable contribution to human knowledge and understanding, it was tragically lost to the sands of time. Fires, wars, neglect, the exact cause of its demise is still a mystery, but what's certain is that the loss was colossal, a void that could never be filled. Yet the legacy of the Library of Alexandria lives on. It reminds us of a time when Alexandria was more than just a city. It was the epicenter of learning, the meeting point of cultures, the beacon of enlightenment. The Library of Alexandria, a testament to the city's commitment to knowledge and learning, was tragically lost to the sands of time. Ever wondered where the concept of a lighthouse originated from? It was birthed from the ingenious minds of the ancient Egyptians, specifically in the city of Alexandria. This city was home to the Lighthouse of Alexandria, a marvel of human achievement and one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Constructed in the 3rd century BC, this towering structure stood at an astounding height of 350 feet, a beacon of hope and guidance for mariners navigating the treacherous Mediterranean Sea. The lighthouse was more than just a feat of engineering. It was a symbol of the city's significance. Crafted from large blocks of light-coloured stone, the three-tiered lighthouse was an unmistakable landmark. Its lowest level was a square-shaped base, the middle was octagonal, and the top was a circular level, crowned with a statue that reached for the heavens. At night, a fire was lit at the apex, its light magnified by mirrors to reach far into the sea. The Lighthouse of Alexandria served a dual purpose. While its primary function was to guide ships, it also symbolized the city's role as a beacon of knowledge and enlightenment. Alexandria was a center of learning, a place where scholars from around the world gathered to exchange ideas and make groundbreaking discoveries. The lighthouse, much like the city itself, served as a beacon of light guiding the world towards knowledge and discovery. All great things, they say, must come to an end, but sometimes they leave behind echoes that reverberate through time. And so, it was with Alexandria. The decline of this great city was a slow and gradual process, its grandeur fading under the weight of time and changing hands of power. When Rome took over Egypt around the 1st century BC, Alexandria's star began to wane. The Romans, with their own bustling capital and cultural centres, didn't prioritize Alexandria's upkeep, and the city's importance as a hub of learning and culture began to diminish. The Great Library, once the jewel of the city, was not spared. Through a series of unfortunate events, including fires and neglect, much of its vast collection of knowledge was lost. The lighthouse, one of the ancient world's 7 wonders, crumbled into the sea after a series of earthquakes. The city that had once been a beacon of enlightenment was losing its light. Yet even as Alexandria's ancient wonders disappeared, they were not forgotten. As centuries turned into millennia, the city's past was buried, not just in the annals of history, but also under layers of earth and sea. It lay there waiting to be rediscovered, to tell its story once more, and rediscover we did. Modern archaeology has unearthed many of Alexandria's secrets. Divers exploring the city's ancient harbour found remnants of the lighthouse. Excavations have revealed the layout of the city, the grandeur of its architecture, and given us a glimpse into the lives of its inhabitants. Through these findings we can piece together the city's past and marvel at its grandeur. These discoveries remind us that Alexandria was not just a city, but a symbol of human curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. Even in its decline and disappearance, it continues to inspire us, offering a window into a world that once was and could be again. The once thriving city of Alexandria may have faded into history, but its legacy lives on, reminding us of a time when it stood at the forefront of knowledge and culture. The city of Alexandria, a beacon of the ancient world, may no longer exist as it once did, but its influence echoes through the ages. Conceived by Alexander the Great, it embraced the spirit of enlightenment with the establishment of its famed library. Its majestic lighthouse, an architectural marvel, guided many, while its decline and rediscovery remind us of the ebb and flow of civilizations. In the annals of history, Alexandria stands as a testament to the human thirst for knowledge, culture and progress. A city that truly was a light in the darkness. Imagine an endless sandy expanse, suddenly interrupted by a stream of vitality teeming with life. This is the Nile, the vital essence of ancient Egypt. In the northeastern corner of Africa, a civilization ascended from the sands, taming the harsh environment and etching its story into history. This was ancient Egypt, a civilization that spanned over 3,000 years, from around 3100 BC to the descent of the last pharaoh, Cleopatra, in 30 BC. At its heart flowed a river like no other. The Nile, the longest river in the world, stretched over 4,000 miles, its waters flowing northward from the highlands of East Africa, through the Sahara to the Mediterranean Sea. But what set the Nile apart was not its length, but its role in shaping a civilization. For the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was more than a river. It was a lifeline. It was a god. It was the pulse of a civilization that would leave an indelible mark on the world. In a land dominated by arid desert, the Nile was a lifeline, a verdant strip of land on either side of the river. The Nile Valley was a haven of fertility. Here, the ancient Egyptians grew their crops, built their cities, and buried their dead. The contrast was stark, a stream of vitality surrounded by a sea of sand, life flourishing amidst sterility. The Nile was not just a provider, but also a pathfinder. It was the highway that connected Upper Egypt in the south, with its rocky cliffs and ancient tombs, to Lower Egypt in the north, with its fertile delta and bustling cities. It was the artery that pumped life into the heart of ancient Egypt, a constant, reliable presence that dictated the rhythms of daily life and the cycles of the seasons. Thus begins the tale of the Nile, a tale intertwined with the ascend and descend of one of the world's most intriguing civilizations. What was it about the Nile that made it so pivotal to ancient Egypt? It was, in the words of the Greek historian Herodotus, the gift of the Nile. Let's delve into the heart of this gift, the annual flooding of the Nile, a natural phenomenon that was as reliable as the sunrise. This predictable inundation was nothing short of a miracle for the ancient Egyptians. The floodwaters, carrying rich, fertile silt from the heart of Africa, spread across the plains, replenishing the soil and transforming the arid landscape into a verdant paradise. With this rich black silt, the Egyptians found the perfect canvas for agriculture. They cultivated wheat, flax and papyrus, harnessing the bounty of the Nile to sustain and grow their population. It was this life-giving soil that allowed them to develop surplus, a key factor in the rise of complex societies. Imagine, if you will, the scene of ancient farmers hunched over in the fields under the scorching sun, their sweat mixing with the fertile mud of the Nile. They are not merely tilling the soil, they are shaping the very foundations of one of the world's earliest and greatest civilizations. The Nile's predictability allowed the Egyptians not just to survive, but to thrive. They developed a calendar based on the river's cycles, and by predicting the floods, they could plan their planting and harvesting around it. This understanding of the river's rhythms led to advancements in technology and the establishment of a stable economy. But the Nile was not merely a source of physical sustenance. It was, in every sense, a life force, a deity to be revered and worshipped. It was the heart of their spiritual beliefs, the wellspring of their mythology, and the inspiration for their awe-inspiring architecture and art. The Nile, then, was not just a river, but the very foundation upon which the grand edifice of ancient Egypt was built. The river's gift was not just water, but civilization itself, a testament to the power and the potential that lay in the harnessing of nature's bounty. Beyond its agricultural bounty, the Nile served as the superhighway of ancient Egypt. This mighty river was not just a source of life, but also a path that carved its way through the desert, the heartline of a civilization. The Nile, flowing from the south to the north, was a natural transportation route. It was the lifeblood of Egypt, a highway that moved people, goods and ideas. Imagine, if you will, the hundreds of boats that would have dotted its expanse, carrying everything from grain and gold to stone and stories. Trade was the lifeblood of any ancient society, and Egypt was no different. The Nile played a pivotal role in this, providing a route for the exchange of goods. Boats laden with wheat from the fertile fields of the delta would make their way to the markets of Upper Egypt, while those from the south would carry gold and precious stones. The river was a bustling marketplace, a conduit for economic prosperity. But it wasn't just trade that the Nile facilitated. Communication, too, was carried along its waters. Messages from the pharaoh would be dispatched up and down the river, ensuring the kingdom's orders were heard far and wide. It connected cities, towns, and people, knitting together the fabric of the ancient civilization. Moreover, the Nile was also a strategic military route. Expeditions would set sail from its banks, venturing into unknown territories, defending the kingdom's borders, or sometimes expanding them. The Nile was a witness to countless tales of valor and victory, of ancient Egypt's might and majesty. The river's significance was such that it fostered the development of remarkable navigation skills, and the construction of advanced boats. From simple reed rafts to grand royal barges, the evolution of Egyptian naval technology is a testament to the Nile's importance. In the vast desert of Egypt, the Nile was the bustling highway, the conduit that connected a civilization. It was more than just a river. It was the artery of life, the road of a nation, the highway of a people's history. The Nile was not just a physical entity to the ancient Egyptians, it was a spiritual river, an integral part of their religious beliefs. This mighty river wasn't simply seen as a water source, but rather a divine entity, a god that breathed life into the land and its people. The Nile was personified as the god Hapi, the lord of the fishes and birds of the marshes, symbolizing fertility and life. Hapi was revered and worshipped. His blessings sought to ensure the river's annual flooding, bringing with it the rich, fertile soil that sustained the kingdom. The river's cyclical flooding echoed the cycle of life and death, a rhythm deeply ingrained in the spirituality of ancient Egypt. This natural phenomenon became a divine event in their eyes, a testament to their god's grace and benevolence. The river was the stage for numerous myths and rituals, its banks hosting ceremonies that paid homage to its sacred attributes. One such tale was the myth of Osiris, the god of the afterlife, the underworld, and rebirth. His body, torn into pieces by his brother Seth, was said to have been scattered across the Nile, making the river a symbol of rebirth and eternal life. This tale was central to the ancient Egyptians' belief in the afterlife, further elevating the Nile's spiritual significance. The river was also a sacred pathway, a celestial river that mirrored the Milky Way, guiding the pharaohs to the afterlife. The importance of this belief was reflected in the construction of the royal tombs and pyramids, aligning them with the river, the celestial bodies, and the cardinal points, a testament to the Nile's role as a spiritual guide. The Nile was more than a river. It was a deity, a provider, a life-giver, a spiritual guide, and a pathway to the afterlife. It was the heartbeat of the civilization, pulsating with the rhythms of daily life and the cycles of the seasons. To the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was a divine gift, a river of life and death, a deity to be revered and appeased. The Nile, with its gifts of fertility, transportation, and spiritual significance, left a lasting legacy on ancient Egypt. The Nile River's influence on ancient Egypt was far-reaching, coloring every aspect of life and shaping a civilization that stands as a marvel of human history. Its life-giving waters were the canvas upon which the Egyptians painted their culture, their art, their science, and their architecture. In art, the Nile was a muse, its winding path, teeming wildlife, and fertile banks inspiring countless works of art. It was the backdrop of many tales, with its gods and goddesses playing pivotal roles in Egyptian mythology. The river's annual flooding, a symbol of rebirth, was immortalized in many artistic forms, from sculpture to hieroglyphics. The Nile's importance was also evident in architecture. The river's mud was used to create the bricks for buildings, while its stones were quarried for monuments and temples. The alignment of these structures often followed the river's path, showing how the Nile guided the Egyptians not just in their daily lives, but also in their monumental endeavors. In the realm of science, the Nile was a natural laboratory. The river's predictable cycles led to the development of one of the world's first calendars. Its fauna and flora were subjects of study, leading to advancements in botany and zoology. The need to manage its waters resulted in groundbreaking engineering feats, such as the construction of dams and canals. Culturally, the Nile shaped the Egyptians' worldview. It shaped their social structures, with those living along its banks forming the backbone of Egyptian society. It influenced their religious beliefs, with the river itself being revered as a deity. Today, the Nile continues to hold a central place in Egyptian life, its waters still nurturing the land and its people. The river's legacy lives on, not just in the monuments and artifacts that dot its banks, but also in the hearts and minds of the Egyptians who continue to draw inspiration from its timeless allure. From the dawn of civilization to the present day, the Nile remains the lifeblood of Egypt, a testament to its timeless allure and enduring legacy. Deep in the heart of the Sinai Peninsula, amidst a rugged and unforgiving landscape, rises a mountain shrouded in mystery and legend. This is a place where the harshness of the desert meets the sublime beauty of nature, creating a setting that feels both timeless and otherworldly. Mount Sinai, known also as JBLMWS, Jabal Musa in Arabic, meaning Moses' mountain, has captivated the hearts and minds of people for millennia. It is a site of profound historical and spiritual significance, revered by multiple faiths and cultures. Its towering peaks and desolate beauty whisper tales of ancient prophets and divine encounters. The mountain stands as a silent witness to the passage of time, its rugged slopes etched with the stories of those who have come seeking answers and enlightenment. The very air around Mount Sinai seems to crackle with an unseen energy, a palpable sense of the sacred that has drawn pilgrims and seekers for centuries. Each step taken on its ancient paths feels like a journey through history, a connection to something greater than oneself. The silence of the desert, broken only by the wind whistling through the canyons, invites contemplation and introspection. It is a silence that speaks volumes, offering a space for reflection and a deeper understanding of one's place in the universe. It is a place where the veil between the earthly and the divine feels thin, where the echoes of ancient events still reverberate through the ages. The ancient ruins and relics scattered across the mountains serve as a testament to its enduring significance, a reminder of the countless souls who have been touched by its mystique. The history of Mount Sinai stretches back through the mists of time, intertwined with the very fabric of human civilization. The earliest mention of the mountain can be traced back to ancient Egyptian texts, where it was known as the Mountain of the Moon. The Egyptians believed that the goddess Hathor, the deity of love, beauty, music, dancing, fertility and joy, resided on the mountain. They mined turquoise in the area and built temples at its base, evidence of their deep reverence for this sacred place. The legacy of their presence can still be seen today in the ruins and artifacts scattered across the landscape. Mount Sinai holds a unique place in the history of the world's great Abrahamic religions. For Jews, Christians and Muslims alike, it is revered as the site where Moses received the Ten Commandments from God. This pivotal event, recounted in the Book of Exodus, forever linked Mount Sinai with divine revelation and the establishment of moral law. For Christians, Mount Sinai represents the tangible manifestation of God's covenant with his people. It symbolizes the meeting point between heaven and earth, a place where the divine will was made known to humanity. Muslims too revere Moses as a prophet and recognize the importance of Mount Sinai in his story. Over the centuries, Mount Sinai has become a tapestry woven with the threads of different cultures and beliefs. This sacred mountain stands as a testament to the rich history and spiritual significance that it holds for so many people around the world. Bedouin tribes, who have called the Sinai Desert home for generations, have their own stories and traditions associated with the mountain. These nomadic people have passed down their legends and customs through countless generations, each adding their own layer to the mountain's mystique. They believe that the mountain is inhabited by jinn, or spirits, and treat it with respect and reverence. The Bedouins' rituals and practices are deeply intertwined with the natural landscape, reflecting a profound connection to the earth and the unseen forces they believe dwell within it. For many, a visit to Mount Sinai is a deeply spiritual experience, a pilgrimage to a place where they can connect with the divine and reflect on the deeper meaning of life. Pilgrims from various faiths come here seeking solace, enlightenment, and a sense of peace that only such a sacred site can provide. The mountain has a way of stripping away the superficial and revealing the raw essence of the human spirit. In the quiet moments at the summit, one can feel a profound sense of clarity and purpose, as if the mountain itself whispers ancient truths to those who are willing to listen. Beyond its religious and historical significance, Mount Sinai is also home to a surprising array of natural wonders. Hidden within its canyons and valleys are ancient rock formations, secret springs, and a diverse range of plant and animal life. The mountain is a haven for ibexes, gazelles, and other desert creatures that have adapted to its harsh conditions. In an age of globalization and technological advancement, it is easy to feel disconnected from the natural world and the spiritual dimensions of life. Yet, Mount Sinai stands as a timeless reminder of the enduring power of faith, the beauty of the natural world, and the interconnectedness of all things. Whether one is drawn to Mount Sinai for its religious significance, its historical legacy, or simply its raw natural beauty, the mountain has a way of leaving an indelible mark on the soul. It is a place that challenges, inspires, and ultimately transforms. The traditional pilgrimage to the summit of Mount Sinai is a challenging but rewarding experience. There are two main routes to the top. The longer and more gradual ascent is via the Camel Trail, a winding path that can be traversed on foot or by camel. The more challenging but quicker route is the Steps of Repentance, a steep staircase of over 3,750 steps carved into the mountainside by a repentant monk. The ascent is usually made at night to avoid the scorching heat of the day and to reach the summit in time for sunrise. At the summit of Mount Sinai lies St. Catherine's Monastery, one of the oldest continuously operating Christian monasteries in the world. Founded in the 6th century AD, the monastery is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and houses a treasure trove of religious art, manuscripts and icons. The monastery's library is renowned for its collection of ancient texts, including the Codex Sinaiticus, one of the oldest surviving manuscripts of the Bible. The monastery is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the human spirit's ability to thrive in even the harshest of environments. Mount Sinai stands as a timeless symbol of faith, history, and natural wonder. For millennia, its towering peaks have drawn pilgrims, adventurers, and seekers from all over the world. Its story is interwoven with the very fabric of human civilization, and its legacy continues to inspire and intrigue us today. As long as humans gaze up at the stars and ponder the mysteries of life, Mount Sinai will continue to hold a special place in our hearts and imaginations. It is a place where the veil between heaven and earth feels thin, where the whispers of the divine can still be heard in the wind. Have you ever ruminated over the enigmas hidden under the glistening sands of ancient Egypt? The mere idea incites a sense of inquisitiveness and awe, for this territory, nurtured by the Nile, has played host to an extraordinary civilization, seemingly advanced but equally mystifying. At the core of the desert, the pyramids of Giza stand tall in their glory, symbolizing the power and inventiveness of the ancient Egyptians. These architectural wonders, constructed several millennia ago, still confound contemporary architects and engineers. How were they constructed with such meticulousness, and to what end? These queries persist, reverberating through the caverns of the Great Pyramid. Beyond the pyramids, the sepulchres of the Valley of the Kings hold a universe here, amidst the desert's tranquility. The pharaohs were consigned to their eternal slumber in opulence. Their tombs, embellished with elaborate hieroglyphics and priceless artifacts, provide a peek into their existence and ideologies. However, numerous of these crypts are yet to see the light of day, their mysteries shrouded by the relentless sands of time. It's not simply about the monumental edifices or the treasure-laden crypts. The ancient Egyptians were trailblazers in a myriad of knowledge domains: medicine, astronomy, mathematics, literature. The list is extensive. Papyrus scrolls awaiting interpretation might disclose priceless knowledge about old world wisdom. Yet, much of this wisdom continues to be untouched, constrained within the cryptic hieroglyphs. Then we come to the puzzling pantheon of the ancient Egyptians. Deities with human forms and beastly heads, tales of genesis and obliteration, rituals of life and death. These spiritual facets contribute to the intricacy and richness of the ancient Egyptian civilization. However, much of this spiritual heritage is yet to be entirely comprehended. The sands of Egypt form an expansive canvas, where the ancient civilization has painted a narrative of magnificence, intelligence, and mystery. As archaeologists and historians continue their exploration of this canvas, new discoveries keep surfacing, adding new dimensions to our comprehension of this captivating civilization. With an abundance of secrets still concealed by the sands, one can't help but ponder, what other mysteries does ancient Egypt harbor? The golden sands of Egypt have been generous, offering us glimpses into the past. Over the centuries, these unyielding dunes have relinquished a plethora of treasures that have significantly contributed to our understanding of this ancient civilization. The tombs of the pharaohs, for instance, are a testament to the grandeur of this bygone era. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the last of the seven wonders of the ancient world still standing, is a marvel of engineering and architecture that continues to bewilder scholars and enthusiasts alike. Other significant tombs, such as those in the Valley of the Kings, have been the resting place of numerous pharaohs and high officials, offering us a wealth of information about their lives and beliefs. Then there's the Rosetta Stone, an unassuming slab of granodiorite that held the key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs. Discovered in 1799, this trilingual inscription unlocked the secrets of an ancient language and in turn an entire civilization. This single artifact has been instrumental in our understanding of the nuances of ancient Egyptian culture, religion and administration. And who could forget the treasures of Tutankhamun's tomb? Discovered in 1922 by Howard Carter, this nearly intact tomb was filled with over 5,000 artifacts, many of them in pristine condition. The golden death mask of the young pharaoh, his richly adorned chariots, and the intricate jewelry are just a few examples of the exquisite craftsmanship of ancient Egyptians. Each discovery, each unearthed treasure, has added a piece to the elaborate puzzle that is ancient Egypt. Through these finds, we have been able to piece together a picture of a civilization that was at once complex and fascinating, a civilization that revered their leaders as gods, believed in life after death, and left an indelible mark on the world. Yet these unearthed treasures are but a fraction of what lies undiscovered. Beneath the golden sands, the relics of the past wait patiently, ready to reveal their secrets and continue the story of this incredible civilization. Yes, there is much more to be discovered. The quest is by no means over. It's just beginning. Beyond the well-known pyramids and grand temples, Egypt conceals more. A land steeped in antiquity, its sands whisper tales of glory and grandeur, many still untold. The mysteries of Egypt are not only confined to the majestic pyramids of Giza or the intricate tombs of the Valley of the Kings. Instead, they lie in wait beneath the vast expanses of the desert, within the heart of its bustling cities, and along the fertile banks of the Nile. The scope for discovery in Egypt is vast, as the recent unearthing of the lost Golden City near Luxor attests. A city hidden for over 3,000 years, it was found almost perfectly preserved, its streets lined with houses, its administrative and residential districts still intact. The archaeologists were astounded by the magnitude of the find. Indeed, it was a testament to the fact that, even after centuries of exploration, Egypt still has much to reveal. This discovery is not an isolated incident. Each year, more sites are being identified, waiting to be explored. Egypt, with its millennia-old history, holds an immense trove of archaeological wealth. The potential of finding such sites is not merely for the sake of historical curiosity. Each new discovery adds another chapter to our understanding of the ancient world, of civilizations that thrived thousands of years ago. Furthermore, these sites, once unearthed, can provide insights into the daily life, religious beliefs, social structure, and artistic sensibilities of the ancient Egyptians. They are not just remnants of the past, but living, breathing entities that continue to speak to us, sharing their stories, their triumphs, their tragedies. Yet the process of discovery is painstakingly slow. Each grain of sand must be carefully sifted, each artifact meticulously studied, each site painstakingly preserved. But the rewards are worth the effort, for every hidden site holds the promise of a new understanding, a new perspective, a new appreciation of the past. The sands of time have yet to reveal all their secrets. As we continue to delve into Egypt's hidden depths, we remain hopeful that the ancient land will continue to astonish us with its timeless tales and treasures. Ancient Egypt was a civilization ahead of its time, but how much do we truly know? Indeed, the civilization that thrived on the banks of the Nile was a beacon of human achievement, a testament to what ingenuity can accomplish. Let's delve into the realm of the ancient Egyptians' advanced knowledge. Consider their understanding of astronomy. They were among the first to chart the stars, establishing the basis for the modern 12-month calendar. Their sophisticated knowledge of celestial bodies allowed them to align their pyramids with the constellation of Orion, a feat that still baffles us to this day. But the depth of their astronomical understanding is still a mystery, waiting to be unraveled. In the field of medicine, the ancient Egyptians were pioneers. They performed complex surgeries, developed an array of medicinal treatments, and had an understanding of the human body that was years ahead of their time. The Ebers Papyrus, one of the oldest medical documents in existence, is a testament to their medical acumen. Yet we are only beginning to scratch the surface of their medical knowledge. Architecture was another area where the Egyptians excelled. The pyramids, the Sphinx, the temples, all stand as enduring symbols of their architectural prowess. But the principles behind their construction, the techniques they used, the tools they had, much of it remains shrouded in mystery. And let's not forget agriculture. The ancient Egyptians, through their intricate irrigation systems and knowledge of the Nile's flooding cycles, were able to turn the desert into a fertile oasis. The principles they employed are still in use today. But again, we have only a fragment of their agricultural knowledge. The ancient Egyptians were a civilization ahead of its time. Their knowledge in various fields was profound, and much of it remains untapped. We've inherited the remnants of their wisdom, but there is so much more to discover, so much more to understand. The wisdom of the ancients awaits in the shadows of the pyramids. The quest to unravel the mysteries of ancient Egypt is far from over. Indeed, the sands of Egypt continue to safeguard secrets that have yet to be revealed. Ongoing excavations and research carried out by intrepid archaeologists and historians are still unearthing treasures and knowledge that boggle the mind and challenge our understanding of this ancient civilization. In the heart of Egypt, beneath the blazing sun, the archaeologists' spades slice through the sands like a pen on a blank canvas, each stroke revealing a new layer of history, a new piece of the puzzle. Their work is not merely a job, but a passion, fueled by the allure of discovery. They are the true custodians of our past, painstakingly sifting through the sands of time. But it's not just about uncovering treasures, it's about deciphering the stories they tell. Every artifact, every inscription, every monument holds a narrative waiting to be understood. It's a complex jigsaw puzzle, and each discovery is a piece that brings us closer to seeing the full picture. The potential for new findings is vast, from the secrets of the Sphinx to the mysteries of the pyramids, from the enigmatic hieroglyphs to the lost tombs of the pharaohs. The possibilities are countless, and with each new discovery we gain a deeper understanding of the life, culture and wisdom of the ancient Egyptians. But this quest is not without its responsibilities. It's crucial that we preserve these historical sites and artifacts. They are our direct link to the past, a tangible testament to our shared human history. And they are a heritage that we must protect for future generations to learn from and appreciate. As we continue to dig deeper into the sands of Egypt, we inch closer to understanding the enigma of this ancient civilization. The quest continues, and with each passing day, the ancient sands of Egypt whisper stories waiting to be told. Our understanding of this remarkable civilization is growing, but there is still so much more to discover. The story of ancient Egypt is far from over, and the next chapter could be just beneath our feet. Deep in the heart of Nubia, where the Nile River flows through the sands of time, lies a land steeped in history and mystery. This ancient region, with its vast deserts and fertile riverbanks, has been a cradle of civilization for millennia. Here stand the colossal temples of Abu Simbel, a marvel of ancient engineering and artistry. These towering monuments, carved directly into the sandstone cliffs, are guarded by 4 colossal statues of Ramesses II. Each statue, with its intricate details and imposing presence, tells the story of a time when pharaohs ruled with divine authority. Their imposing figures, each reaching over 65 feet in height, have captivated travelers and explorers for centuries. These statues are not just stone carvings, they are a testament to the grandeur and ambition of ancient Egypt. Abu Simbel is more than just a temple complex. It's a testament to the power and ambition of one of ancient Egypt's most celebrated pharaohs. The walls of the temples are adorned with intricate hieroglyphics and carvings that depict the might and achievements of Ramesses II. The temple's location was strategically chosen. Nestled on the border between Egypt and Nubia, it served as a sentinel, watching over the lands and resources that were vital to the kingdom's prosperity. It sits on the border between Egypt and Nubia, a region rich in gold and other resources. The Nile River, flowing serenely nearby, was a lifeline, providing water, transportation and sustenance to the people of this ancient land. The imposing facade served as a powerful statement to any who dared to enter Egypt's southern frontier. It was a declaration of strength and a warning to potential invaders. It declared the might and authority of Ramesses II, reminding all of his dominion over these lands. The inscriptions and carvings are not just decorative, they are a chronicle of a ruler's legacy, etched in stone for eternity. As the sun sets over Abu Simbel, casting long shadows over the statues, one can't help but feel a sense of awe. The guardians of Nubia stand as silent sentinels, watching over the land and its people, a reminder of a glorious past that continues to inspire and captivate. Under the starlit sky, the temples of Abu Simbel come alive with a mystical glow. The guardians of Nubia, bathed in the soft light, seem almost ethereal, as if whispering the secrets of the ages to those who listen. Visitors from around the world come to witness this marvel, their faces reflecting the wonder and admiration that these ancient guardians inspire. The legacy of Ramesses II and the grandeur of Abu Simbel continue to leave an indelible mark on all who behold them. Ramesses II, who reigned from 1279 to 1213 BC, is considered one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. His reign was marked by ambitious building projects, military campaigns, and a flourishing of art and culture. Abu Simbel, his most impressive architectural achievement, was intended to immortalize his legacy and honor the gods of ancient Egypt. Over time, the sands of the desert swallowed Abu Simbel. The temples lay forgotten for centuries, their existence known only through local legends. Then, in 1813, Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt stumbled upon the site. He was captivated by the sight of the colossal statues peeking out from beneath the sand. A monumental rescue, the Great Relocation. In the 1960s, the construction of the Aswan High Dam posed a significant threat to Abu Simbel. The rising waters of Lake Nasser, the reservoir created by the dam, would have submerged the temples entirely.
To save this ancient wonder, UNESCO launched an unprecedented international rescue operation, The temples were carefully cut into massive blocks, each weighing between 20 and 30 tons. These blocks were then transported and reassembled on higher ground 200 feet above the original site.
The relocation was a remarkable feat of engineering and international cooperation, ensuring the preservation of Abu Simbel for generations to come. The temples of Abu Simbel are not just architectural marvels, they are a testament to the grandeur and ambition of ancient Egyptian civilization. Nestled on the western bank of Lake Nasser, these temples have stood the test of time, witnessing the rise and fall of empires. Abu Simbel consists of two temples. These monumental structures were originally carved out of the mountainside during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses II in the 13th century BC. They were intended to demonstrate the power and divine nature of the pharaoh. The larger temple, the Great Temple, is dedicated to Ramesses II himself, as well as the gods Amun, Ra-Horakhti and Petra. The facade of the Great Temple is dominated by four colossal statues of Ramesses II, each standing over 20 meters tall, gazing out across the desert. The interior is a labyrinth of halls and chambers adorned with intricate reliefs and towering statues. These halls were designed to impress and inspire awe, with every surface covered in detailed carvings that tell the story of Ramesses II's reign and his divine right to rule.
The small temple, is dedicated to Ramesses II's beloved wife, Queen Nefertari, and the goddess Hathor. This temple is equally impressive, with its own set of statues and carvings that celebrate the queen's beauty and grace. The walls of both temples are covered in detailed carvings. These carvings are not just decorative, they are a visual record of the beliefs, achievements, and daily life of the ancient Egyptians. These carvings depict scenes from Ramesses II's reign, including his military victories, religious ceremonies, and family life. They provide a glimpse into the world of ancient Egypt, showing us the pharaoh's prowess in battle, his devotion to the gods, and his role as a family man.
The vibrant colors, miraculously preserved for millennia, bring these ancient stories to life. The hues of red, blue, yellow, and green are as vivid today as they were thousands of years ago, allowing us to connect with the past in a way that words alone cannot convey. As we explore these temples, we are not just looking at stone and paint. We are stepping into a world that has been carefully crafted to honor the gods and immortalize the legacy of one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. One of the most remarkable features of Abu Simbel is its astronomical alignment. Twice a year, on February 22nd and October 22nd, the rising sun penetrates the Great Temple's inner sanctuary. The sunlight illuminates the statues of Ramesses II and the gods Amun and Ra-Horakhti, bathing them in a golden glow. This phenomenon, a testament to the ancient Egyptians' advanced understanding of astronomy, is believed to have coincided with significant events in Ramesses II's reign, such as his coronation or the start of the harvest season. The story of Abu Simbel is one of survival against all odds. Over the millennia, the temples have withstood the ravages of time, including natural disasters such as sandstorms and earthquakes. Yet they have remained remarkably well preserved, a testament to the skill and dedication of the ancient builders. From its creation by a powerful pharaoh to its rediscovery by intrepid explorers and its ultimate relocation to escape the rising waters, the history of Abu Simbel is a tale of human ingenuity and perseverance. The temples are a source of inspiration, reminding us of the incredible achievements of the past and the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. It serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring legacy of ancient Egypt and the importance of preserving our shared cultural heritage for generations to come. The ongoing preservation efforts at Abu Simbel ensure that this remarkable site will continue to inspire and educate people for many years to come. As we look to the future, we must remain committed to protecting and celebrating the rich history and cultural achievements of our ancestors. Have you ever pondered what secrets the ancient city of Petra, Jordan, might hold? Nestled amid rugged desert canyons and mountains, this archaeological wonder whispers tales of a time long past. Petra, often referred to as the Rose City due to the color of the stone from which it is carved, is a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of a civilization lost in the sands of time. Like an artist's masterpiece etched onto the canvas of the earth, Petra stands in the southern part of Jordan, a country rich with history and culture. Its exact origins, however, remain shrouded in mystery. Some believe that it was established as early as the 4th century BC, while others argue that its roots stretch even further back into the mists of time. What we do know is that Petra's grandeur, preserved over millennia, continues to captivate us with its allure. The city's intricate architecture, carved directly from the mountainsides, tells a story of a people skilled beyond their time. These were the Nabateans, traditionally thought to have been the masterminds behind Petra's construction. This ancient civilization, once nomadic, settled in the region, transforming an inhospitable desert landscape into a bustling metropolis. The Nabateans were more than mere architects. They were traders, diplomats and engineers who managed to harness the scarce desert water through a complex network of dams, channels and reservoirs. This, coupled with their strategic location along the trade routes, allowed them to thrive in a region where survival was a constant challenge. Their legacy, the city of Petra, is a testament to their resilience and innovation. Its magnificent structures, such as Al-Khazneh or the Treasury and the monastery, are marvels that continue to astonish archaeologists and visitors alike. But who exactly were the Nabateans? And how did they manage to carve out an existence, let alone an entire city, in such a harsh environment? The story of Petra begins with the Nabateans, a nomadic tribe that rose to prominence in the region. As we peel back the layers of history, let's delve deeper into the lives of these remarkable people and the enigmatic city they left behind. The Nabateans, a nomadic tribe, found a home amidst the rugged desert cliffs. These people, whose origins remain shrouded in mystery, stumbled upon a barren, inhospitable landscape and saw an opportunity. They envisioned a sanctuary, a fortress hidden from the prying eyes of the world. And so began the rise of the Nabateans. The barren cliffs of southern Jordan's desert were an unlikely place for a civilization to flourish. But the Nabateans, with their indomitable spirit and tenacity, turned these cliffs into a canvas for their architectural prowess. With nothing more than rudimentary tools and their bare hands, they carved the city of Petra out of the rock. This monumental feat not only showcased their remarkable skill, but also their vision and determination. The result was a city of unparalleled beauty, its grandeur echoing through the ages. But the Nabateans were not just skilled architects. Their true genius lay in their ability to adapt and thrive in a harsh desert environment. They developed an intricate and sophisticated water management system, capturing every precious drop of the sparse rainfall. This system, complete with dams, channels and reservoirs, ensured a steady supply of water throughout the year, making life possible in the heart of the desert. The Nabateans were also master traders, their city Petra becoming a crucial junction for the silk and spice routes that linked China, India, Egypt, Greece and Rome. This strategic location, coupled with their control over the water resources, cemented their power and wealth. The Nabateans, once a nomadic tribe, were now masters of a thriving city, their influence spreading far and wide. Their story serves as a testament to human resilience and ingenuity. In the face of adversity, they not only survived but thrived, creating a civilization that would leave its mark on history. Through their ingenuity, the Nabateans transformed a desolate desert into a thriving city. At its peak, Petra was a bustling metropolis, a testament to the Nabateans' skill and vision. Indeed, this city carved from stone was more than just an architectural marvel. It was a hub of trade and culture, a testament to the ingenuity of its builders. The Golden Age of Petra, from the 1st century BC to the 1st century AD, was a time of remarkable growth and prosperity. It was during this period that the Nabateans transformed Petra from a mere caravan stop into a vibrant city of breathtaking beauty and economic significance. The city's architectural wonders, carved directly into the rose-red cliffs, are an awe-inspiring testament to the Nabateans' advanced engineering skills. The iconic treasury, or Al-Khazne, with its ornate facade towering over 40 meters high, is a remarkable example of these. Not far from it stands the larger yet equally impressive monastery, an architectural feat that reflects the city's rich cultural heritage. But Petra was not just a city of beautiful buildings. It was a bustling trade hub, strategically located at the crossroads of important trade routes that linked China, India, Egypt, Greece and Rome. The Nabateans capitalized on this advantageous position, establishing Petra as a vital center for the trade of frankincense, myrrh and spices. This golden age also saw a flourishing of culture in Petra. The city was a melting pot of traditions and influences, from the Greco-Roman architecture to the local Bedouin customs. The Nabateans were not just skilled architects and traders, they were also artists, poets and philosophers, adding a rich layer of cultural depth to their thriving city. Yet perhaps the most remarkable aspect of Petra's golden age was how the city seemed to defy its harsh desert surroundings. With an ingenious water management system, the Nabateans turned this rugged landscape into a thriving metropolis, a beacon of civilization in the heart of the desert. Petra was a beacon of civilization in the heart of the desert, a city that seemed to defy the harshness of its surroundings. A testament to the Nabateans' skill and vision, Petra remains a symbol of human resilience and ingenuity, a city whose golden age continues to inspire us today. But like all great cities, Petra too would face its decline. The downfall of Petra was a combination of both natural and man-made factors. The city's economic prosperity was largely due to its strategic position on lucrative trade routes. However, the winds of change began to blow. The rise of sea trading routes undermined Petra's overland trade monopoly. As goods began to flow around the Arabian Peninsula, Petra's importance dwindled. The city's wealth, once overflowing, began to ebb away, leaving a vulnerable city in its wake. The second blow came with the Roman annexation. In the 1st century AD, the Roman Empire, in its quest for expansion, absorbed Petra. The Nabateans were now Roman subjects, their city a mere province in a vast empire. The Romans brought with them their architectural style, which gradually replaced the unique Nabatean structures. The identity of Petra was slowly but surely being erased. As centuries passed, Petra's fortunes continued to wane. The city that once thrived with life and commerce started to show signs of decay. The buildings, once magnificent, now stood like silent witnesses to the city's past glory. The bustling streets became quieter, and the vibrant city life began to fade. In the 4th century AD, a massive earthquake struck Petra, causing extensive damage. This was the final blow to the city. The few remaining inhabitants were forced to leave, abandoning the once vibrant city to the ravages of time and nature. Petra, once a bustling metropolis, was now a ghost town. For centuries the city was forgotten. Its grandeur, its history, its very existence slipped into oblivion. The sandstorms of time swept over the forgotten city, hiding it away from the world. Petra, once a beacon of civilization, was now lost in the annals of history. Once a vibrant city, Petra slowly faded into oblivion, its grandeur forgotten. Lost to the sands of time, Petra lay hidden until the 19th century. This enigmatic city was shrouded in mystery, its existence known only in ancient texts and local folklore, until Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt stumbled upon it in the year 1812. Disguised as an Arab traveller, Burckhardt persuaded his guide to take him to the ruins, thus unveiling Petra's grandeur to the Western world. Following this remarkable rediscovery, Petra sparked curiosity and fascination among explorers and scholars alike. Expeditions were launched, archaeologists descended, and slowly the ancient city began to reveal its secrets. From the ornate tombs carved into rose-red cliffs to the intricate water conduit system, Each discovery painted a vivid picture of a civilization that was both technologically advanced and artistically sophisticated. Yet, the archaeological work in Petra is far from over. With 70% of the city still buried underground, each new excavation brings us one step closer to understanding the enigma that is Petra. As the years roll on, the city continues to yield new clues about the life and culture of the Nabateans, their architectural prowess, and their ingenious adaptation to the harsh desert environment. In 1985, Petra was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a testament to its historical significance and architectural beauty. A couple of decades later, in 2007, its fame reached new heights when it was voted as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. These accolades have not only cemented Petra's place in history, but have also sparked a renewed interest in its preservation and study. Today, Petra stands as a monument to a bygone era, its sandstone walls whispering tales of a glorious past. As we delve deeper into its history, we are continually reminded of the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit. Petra, once lost and forgotten, has risen from the sands of time to tell its story, a story that continues to unfold with each passing day.
Egypt, a land where time flows like the Nile, has fascinated the world for centuries. In this documentary, we embark on a journey to explore some of the treasures of ancient Egypt, a civilization that has left an indelible mark on history. From the monumental pyramids of Giza to the intricate tombs of the Valley of the Kings, and the enigmatic smile of the Great Sphinx, we'll delve deep into the heart of this ancient civilization. Join us as we uncover the mysteries, artistry, and enduring legacy of ancient Egypt. Our journey begins at the Pyramids of Giza, an iconic symbol of Egypt's ancient glory. These colossal structures, built over 4,500 years ago, are a testament to human ingenuity and determination. The construction of the pyramids remains a marvel of engineering and organization. Imagine the precise alignment of the massive stone blocks, the mathematical perfection of their dimensions, and the labor of thousands who toiled under the scorching Egyptian sun. The Great Pyramid, attributed to Pharaoh Khufu, stands as the largest and most enigmatic. Its inner chambers, once sealed tombs, have yielded incredible insights into the afterlife beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. But beyond their physical grandeur, the pyramids hold mysteries that continue to baffle historians and archaeologists. How were they constructed with such precision using primitive tools? What secrets lie hidden within their labyrinthine passages? Today, cutting-edge technology plays a pivotal role in preserving these wonders. Sensors and monitoring devices keep a vigilant watch, ensuring any changes in temperature, humidity, or seismic activity are detected promptly. But preserving Egypt's treasures goes beyond the pyramids alone. The Egyptian Museum in Cairo houses an unparalleled collection of ancient artifacts, each with its own unique story. As we stand in the shadow of the Great Sphinx, we encounter a guardian of Egypt's secrets. This colossal statue, with the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh, has captivated imaginations for centuries. The Sphinx is shrouded in mysteries, from the missing nose to the legends of hidden chambers beneath its paws. Scholars and explorers have tirelessly sought answers, but the Sphinx remains an enigma. In the 19th century, explorers like Giovanni Battista Caviglia and Auguste Mariette unearthed parts of the Sphinx, revealing its colossal proportions and sparking renewed interest in its origins. Today, ongoing efforts to restore and preserve the Sphinx ensure that it endures as a symbol of Egypt's enduring spirit. A careful balance is struck between restoration and maintaining the age-old character of this ancient guardian. Our journey takes us to the Valley of the Kings, a sacred burial ground where pharaohs and nobles were laid to rest. This desolate valley, nestled against the Theban Hills, conceals an underground world of art and spirituality. Each tomb in this valley is a masterpiece of ancient Egyptian artistry. The walls are adorned with vibrant frescoes, hieroglyphics, and scenes from the pharaohs' lives and journeys to the afterlife. But the fragility of these paintings and inscriptions becomes apparent when faced with the harsh realities of the desert environment. Humidity, heat, and carbon dioxide from visitors can damage these ancient works of art. To combat this, experts employ state-of-the-art preservation techniques. Climate control systems are installed to maintain stable conditions within the tombs, ensuring that these masterpieces endure for generations to come. Three-dimensional scanning and digital reproduction are also used to create precise replicas of tomb interiors. These replicas allow scholars and visitors alike to appreciate the beauty and significance of these underground wonders, without risking harm to the originals. Our journey now leads us to the grand temples and monuments of ancient Egypt. These colossal structures, often dedicated to gods and pharaohs, bear witness to the spiritual and political power of the time. The Temple of Karnak, a sprawling complex dedicated to the god Amun-Ra, is a testament to the grandeur of ancient Egyptian architecture. Its towering columns and intricate hieroglyphics tell the story of a civilization deeply connected to its deities. The walls of these temples are adorned with intricate carvings that depict everything from historical battles to divine rituals. These inscriptions provide invaluable insights into the culture, beliefs, and daily life of ancient Egyptians. But the passage of time and the elements have taken their toll on these sacred sites. Preservation efforts are essential to protect these magnificent structures from deterioration. Skilled conservators and archaeologists work tirelessly to restore and protect these priceless relics. Their expertise ensures that the fragile beauty of ancient Egypt is preserved for future generations to behold. Our next destination is the remarkable discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb by Howard Carter in 1922. This monumental find provided a window into the opulence and artistry of ancient Egyptian royalty. The treasures found within, including the iconic golden mask of King Tutankhamun, are a testament to the craftsmanship of the time. Each piece reflects the religious beliefs and the splendor of the young pharaoh's reign. The golden mask, in particular, has become an iconic symbol of Egypt's rich history. Crafted with exquisite detail, it once adorned the mummy of the pharaoh, intended to guide him safely into the afterlife. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb had a profound impact on the world, sparking renewed interest in Egyptology and ancient Egypt. It also raised questions about the pharaoh's life and untimely death. Beyond the grand monuments and royal treasures, ancient Egypt comes to life through the details of everyday existence. From agriculture to crafts, the daily life of the people reveals a rich tapestry of culture and tradition. The Nile River, often referred to as the gift of the Nile, played a central role in the survival of the ancient Egyptians. Its annual floods enriched the soil, enabling bountiful harvests and sustaining the population. The ancient Egyptians were skilled farmers and engineers. They developed sophisticated irrigation systems to maximize agricultural productivity along the fertile banks of the Nile. Craftsmanship was another hallmark of Egyptian society. Skilled artisans created exquisite jewelry, pottery, and textiles. These artifacts offer a glimpse into the aesthetics and tastes of the time. The ancient Egyptians were also a deeply spiritual people. Their religious beliefs permeated every aspect of life, from birth to death. Elaborate burial rituals and tombs underscored the importance of the afterlife. The study of ancient Egyptian daily life provides a holistic understanding of this remarkable civilization, showing us that behind the grandeur of the pyramids and temples lay a society of ingenuity, creativity, and unwavering devotion. As our journey through ancient Egypt comes to a close, we reflect on the monumental efforts to preserve this extraordinary legacy for future generations. Conservationists, archaeologists, and historians work diligently to protect and restore the wonders of ancient Egypt. Their work ensures that these treasures continue to captivate and inspire, as they have for millennia. Cutting-edge technology, from climate control systems in tombs to 3D scanning of artifacts, plays a vital role in safeguarding these ancient treasures. Education and community involvement are equally crucial. By engaging local communities and teaching future generations about their heritage, we create a new generation of stewards who will carry the legacy forward. Sustainable tourism practices help strike a balance between sharing Egypt's wonders with the world and preserving them for the ages. Egypt's ancient treasures are not just relics of the past, they are living testaments to the enduring spirit of humanity. By preserving them, we honor our shared history and ensure that Egypt's wonders continue to captivate and inspire generations yet to come. As the sun sets over the Great Sphinx, we bid farewell to the wonders of ancient Egypt. But we leave knowing that these treasures, each with its own story to tell, will remain a source of wonder and inspiration for all of humanity. Thank you for joining us on this captivating journey through the treasures of ancient Egypt. May the legacy of this remarkable civilization continue to shine brightly through the sands of time. In the 19th century, Egypt stood at the crossroads of time, where the ancient and the modern converged in a dramatic clash. The allure of Egypt's storied past drew travelers from around the world, but this fascination came at a steep cost. The land of the pharaohs faced an unprecedented threat to its archaeological heritage. In this documentary, we embark on a journey through time, unearthing the gripping tale of how Egypt's treasures were imperiled and ultimately safeguarded. As the 19th century unfolded, Egypt's archaeological heritage found itself under siege. The lure of quick fortunes drove Egyptians and foreigners alike to ransack the sacred sites that held the secrets of ancient Egypt. Artifacts, coveted for their historical and monetary value, were pilfered, and the very monuments that had stood for millennia were desecrated. The lucrative antiquities trade led to the widespread quarrying of stones from ancient structures, further eroding Egypt's cultural legacy. Ancient mud bricks known as sebaq became a commodity, stripped from historical sites and repurposed for everyday construction. It was a time of profound peril for Egypt's rich history. in 1858, a pivotal moment in Egypt's history unfolded, when the Viceroy of Egypt recognized the urgent need to protect his nation's archaeological treasures. He took the momentous step of establishing the Antiquities Service, marking the birth of organized conservation efforts in Egypt. Supported by a dedicated team of foreign scholars, Auguste Mariette emerged as a stalwart guardian of Egypt's heritage. His unwavering commitment to preserving the past took him across Egypt and into Nubia, where he intervened on nearly every major archaeological site. Under his leadership, a glimmer of hope began to shine through the encroaching darkness. Auguste Mariette was acutely aware of the need to safeguard Egypt's unearthed artifacts within its borders. In 1858, he passionately advocated for the creation of a dedicated museum, a sanctuary where these treasures could find a permanent home. This museum would go on to become the illustrious Egyptian Museum, now renowned worldwide. Inside its hallowed halls, countless artifacts from Egypt's past are carefully preserved, a testament to Mariette's vision and the enduring importance of Egypt's historical legacy. Following Mariette's tenure, Gaston Mars Perrault assumed the mantle of leadership within the Antiquities Service. Under his guidance, the service expanded and underwent critical reforms. Laws were enacted to regulate the export of priceless artifacts, striking a balance between sharing Egypt's heritage with the world and protecting it from irreparable harm. French scholars continued to guide the Antiquities Service until the 1950s, when the reins were finally handed over to Egyptian hands. The transition marked a new era in the guardianship of Egypt's archaeological treasures. As the 19th century gave way to the 20th, Egyptology emerged as a recognized discipline within both private institutions and learned societies. Among its luminaries was Jean-Claude Golvin, a French architect, archaeologist, and researcher whose passion lay in the artistic reconstruction of ancient Egyptian cities and monuments. Golvin's work was nothing short of mesmerizing, encompassing over 800 meticulously detailed drawings. His 3 volumes on the reconstitution of ancient Egypt continue to grace books and museums worldwide, immortalizing the grandeur of Egypt's past for generations to come. The discipline of Egyptology has undergone a profound transformation in the modern era. No longer solely focused on retrieving or inspiring artifacts, Egyptologists have shifted their gaze toward expanding the body of knowledge surrounding ancient Egypt. While excavations in the field continue to be vital, much of Egyptology's progress now unfolds within the quiet confines of libraries and archives. The exploration of ancient texts, historical records, and scientific analysis has become just as crucial as physical excavation, offering new dimensions to our understanding of Egypt's history. The modern era of archaeology in Egypt is marked by a remarkable interdisciplinary approach. Traditional Egyptologists now collaborate with scientists from diverse fields, joining forces to unlock the mysteries of the past. Cutting-edge technologies such as GPS data, satellite imaging, and ground-penetrating radar have revolutionized the way archaeologists operate. These non-invasive techniques allow researchers to peer beneath the Earth's surface, gaining invaluable insights before even breaking ground. The collaboration between experts from various disciplines ensures that Egypt's rich history is explored with the depth and precision it deserves. The story of Egypt's archaeological heritage is a tale of resilience and adaptation. From the plundering threats of the 19th century to the modern era's collaborative, knowledge-driven approach, Egypt's treasures have endured. The sands of Egypt continue to yield their secrets, a testament to the enduring spirit of exploration and discovery. As we conclude our journey through time, we are reminded of the profound importance of preserving the treasures of our past. Egypt's rich history, its enigmatic monuments, and its enduring mysteries continue to captivate the world. It is a legacy that belongs not just to Egypt, but to all of humanity, a testament to the power of knowledge and the enduring quest to unravel the mysteries of our shared history.
The sands of time have long concealed the daily lives of those who lived in ancient Egypt. Yet beneath the scorching desert sun, whispers from the past remain. Tombs, adorned with intricate paintings and carvings, offer us a unique window into their world. These vibrant scenes, preserved for thousands of years, provide a glimpse into the lives of ancient Egyptians, including their children. The Egyptians believed in life after death, a realm mirroring their earthly existence. They meticulously decorated their tombs with scenes from their daily lives, hoping to carry these experiences into the afterlife. These images, frozen in time, offer us invaluable insights into their customs, beliefs, and even the games their children played. Stepping into the painted chambers of ancient Egyptian tombs is like stepping back in time. We are transported to a world teeming with activity where children are not merely passive observers, but active participants in the bustle of daily life. The tombs, particularly those from the Old and Middle Kingdoms, are replete with scenes of children engaging in various activities. These images reveal a society that cherished childhood and recognized the importance of play. Children are often depicted alongside adults participating in chores and celebrations. Their presence in these scenes suggests a close-knit family structure where children were integral members of the household and community. The tomb of Mereruka, a high-ranking official from the 6th dynasty, offers a captivating glimpse into the world of ancient Egyptian children. Among the many vibrant scenes adorning its walls, we find depictions of children engaged in playful acrobatics. These agile youngsters twist and contort their bodies into impressive poses, showcasing their flexibility and balance. One scene depicts a group of children forming a human pyramid, their small bodies balanced precariously atop one another. Another shows a young girl gracefully arched backward, her hands touching the ground behind her. These acrobatic displays were not merely forms of amusement. They were likely part of religious festivals and celebrations, adding an element of spectacle and entertainment to these important events. The rock-cut tombs of Beni Hassan, dating back to the Middle Kingdom, provide further evidence of the importance of movement and dance in ancient Egyptian culture. These tombs, carved meticulously into the cliffs, stand as silent witnesses to the vibrant life that once thrived here. The tombs, belonging to provincial governors, feature scenes of children engaged in a whirling dance, their bodies spinning and twirling with joyous abandon. These images capture the essence of youthful exuberance and the communal spirit of the time. Similarly, the tomb of Keti showcases children caught in mid-twirl, their colourful garments swirling around them like vibrant blossoms. The vivid colours and dynamic poses bring these ancient scenes to life, allowing us to glimpse the past. These whirling dances, likely accompanied by music and rhythmic clapping, were not only a form of entertainment but also a way for children to express themselves creatively and connect with their cultural heritage. Through these dances, they celebrated their identity and passed down traditions from one generation to the next, ensuring the continuity of their rich cultural tapestry. The scorching Egyptian sun dictated much of daily life, and clothing was no exception. The intense heat and relentless sun shaped the way ancient Egyptians dressed, influencing their choice of materials and styles. Ancient Egyptian children, much like their adult counterparts, donned light and airy garments suited to the hot climate. These garments were designed to keep them cool and comfortable, allowing them to go about their daily activities without being hindered by the oppressive heat. Linen, a fabric woven from the flax plant, was the material of choice, its breathable nature providing comfort in the sweltering heat. The process of weaving linen was an essential skill, passed down through generations, ensuring that everyone had access to this vital fabric. Young children, particularly boys, were often depicted wearing little to no clothing, their bare skin allowing them to stay cool under the desert sun. This minimalistic approach to clothing was practical and efficient, helping them avoid overheating. Girls, as they grew older, would wear simple linen dresses, often held up by straps over the shoulders. These dresses were not only functional, but also allowed for a degree of modesty as they transitioned into adulthood. These lightweight garments allowed for ease of movement, essential for active children engaged in play and exploration. The freedom of movement provided by their clothing enabled them to fully enjoy their childhood, exploring the world around them without restriction. The ancient Egyptian concept of childhood extended beyond mere survival. It encompassed play and imagination. Archaeological excavations at Kahun, a workers' town associated with the pyramid of Senusret II, have unearthed a treasure trove of children's toys, providing tangible evidence of their playful pursuits. Among the finds are balls made of woven fibres, their simple construction belying hours of fun spent tossing and catching. Wooden sticks, resembling miniature javelins, hint at games of skill and accuracy, while small carved figurines of animals ignite the imagination, transporting children to a world of make-believe. These toys, simple yet enduring, offer a poignant reminder that the desire for play transcends time and culture. Play in ancient Egypt was not limited to physical activity, it also encompassed games of skill and strategy. These games were an integral part of daily life and were enjoyed by both the young and the old. Board games, in particular, were popular pastimes, enjoyed by people of all ages, including children. These games were often played in the evenings or during festivals, bringing families and communities together. Two of the most well-known ancient Egyptian board games are Senet and Mehen. These games have been discovered in various archaeological sites, indicating their widespread popularity. Senet, a game of strategy played on a long, narrow board with 30 squares, involved moving pieces according to the roll of dice. The game required careful planning and foresight to outmaneuver opponents. The game, often found depicted in tomb paintings, was believed to have religious significance, representing the journey of the soul through the afterlife. It was thought that mastering Senet could help one navigate the challenges of the afterlife. Mehen, named after the snake god, was played on a circular board resembling a coiled serpent. The unique design of the board added an extra layer of complexity to the game. Players would move their pieces around the board, attempting to capture their opponent's pieces. The game required strategic thinking and a deep understanding of the rules to succeed. These games not only provided entertainment, but also honed children's cognitive skills and strategic thinking. They were a vital part of education, teaching important life skills through play. The Nile River, the lifeblood of ancient Egypt, was not only a source of sustenance but also a playground for children seeking respite from the desert heat. Swimming was a popular activity, and tomb scenes often depict children frolicking in the river's cool waters. One scene shows a group of children splashing and playing in the shallows, their laughter echoing through the ages. Another depicts children swimming alongside adults, their bodies sleek and agile in the water. The Nile, despite its inherent dangers, provided a much-needed escape from the scorching sun, offering children a chance to cool off, socialize, and engage in carefree play. The scenes etched into the walls of ancient Egyptian tombs offer us a poignant and enduring glimpse into the lives of children who lived thousands of years ago. These images, imbued with a sense of timelessness, remind us that childhood, with its inherent joys and wonder, transcends time and cultural boundaries. While our knowledge of ancient Egyptian childhood remains fragmentary, these glimpses into their world paint a picture of a society that valued play, creativity, and the importance of family. The toys they cherished, the games they played, and the laughter that undoubtedly filled their days are testaments to the universality of childhood experiences.